It's Sunday. Welcome to Pantelis Live, everybody. A lot of people in the chat. We got Helsan, we got Jesserel, we got Ray Miller, Dave's here, Trey Cool. Poseidon's in front of me. Before I get to him, guys, I just want to remind you that join the club. Join the cool kids where they're at. And they're on the Discord and they're on Patreon. Patreon.com/Pantelis. That's where you can get exclusive videos first before everyone else. For example, right now, we have a video of Poseidon visiting the aftermath of the Montreal riots the night that shit went kind of haywire. And that video is being enjoyed by the patrons right now. And this week it'll also be enjoyed by the rest of you. But if you're on it right now, you get to enjoy it before everyone else because you're cooler. Also, 2-drink minimum. We go live every Tuesday on our YouTube channel. And every Wednesday, the podcasts are up everywhere for your listening pleasure. Having said that, let me introduce you to my partner in crime this lovely Sunday afternoon. A man of many faces and a lot of mistakes. It's Poseidon.
Hello.
Poseidon, you have many faces on your chest.
Many faces, yes.
All handsome.
Yes.
And
hey, where's mine, though?
I said there's only handsome face on your chest. That's it. We didn't want to fuck that one up. So, welcome, everybody. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about today, actually. I have. Let me just say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Eric, Kevin, who else? Gabby Rocks is here. Gary's here. Gapes is here. C8455C, welcome. C's in the Discord, by the way, so let me share that. If you look at the chat right now, I just added the link to our Discord. Join the Discord. That's where everyone's having fun right now. That shit's growing. I've given the reins over to, who was it? To C8 and Helsan. Yeah. They're kind of adminning that stuff right now because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And they're creating new groups. They're doing stuff in there. So just join them. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So join the Discord. Welcome, Dr. Filth. All right, guys. So we got a lot to talk about. Poseidon, what do you fucking interrupt me for? What do you want?
I was going to say a fun fact about C8455's name. He taught me a few weeks ago that his name is actually Seabass.
Oh, but Bass is spelled with
letters? Yeah, with numbers. Which is pretty cool. I like that.
Pretty cool.
It's
Seabass.
clever.
All right, so I will go with Seabass from now on.
Yeah. It's less of a tongue twister, I find.
Now, I want to get to the Chaz Autonomous Zone. I want to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about my night yesterday where I watched the movie Death Wish. Again, I hadn't seen it in years, and I realized something about racism, and we're going to get to it in a second. Poseidon, what did you want to tell me about Chaz? Okay. For those of you who don't know, the autonomous zone known as Chaz in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a shithole. They've, I guess these hardcore leftists have taken over a few city blocks, and like this is an autonomous zone. This is our own country, right? Except for the fact that a day into it, descended into anarchy. And then some guy came up as a warlord. People are trying to escape there. They're basically throwing people out for thinking the wrong thing. Thought police. They erected walls because you need walls for a country. They were against that a few years ago. They're checking your papers when you come in. It's pretty...
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like they're doing this. They're like, we have to make sure Trump gets reelected. That's all they're doing. That's all they're fucking doing.
You think that's what it is?
Well, they're not doing it on purpose, but it's going to work. It's maddeningly stupid, right? And then they had some seeds like, yo, we're going to plant some shit. And they realized they don't know how to plant stuff. Like, it's going to take months, right? Like, what?
Yeah.
Who in the what now?
And I saw a video of some two dudes planting those seeds. At some point, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. That set the earth, and then you get in those bags. It's earth and manure or whatever. And they were covered in fucking manure. These guys, and they were just dancing around, spinning sticks, bro. And they were doing this weird fucking dance, bro. I was like,
why would we learn how to farm?
Like, I was looking at this, I was like, all these people have serious mental issues.
Listen, why are we gonna fucking learn how to farm when we can just dance around and pray to fucking Karl Marx or something to help us out with this?
So he throws down hamburgers or some shit, bro.
Yeah, now they want to use their own crap for fertilizer. They're just, whatever, these dummies, it's fucking pretty hilarious. Wait till they shut down the power to those city blocks and they realize, like, wait, this isn't magic? You mean there's an infrastructure for this shit? Fucking dummies. So what story did you see coming out of Chaz that you wanted to talk about?
There was that first video, and the second thing that at the same time it kind of like freaked me out, but at the same time I was like, oh fuck, a lot of like this person, poor guy, like he has mental issues. This guy was running through the Chaz autonomous zone fully naked. Okay? Just running through. And I don't remember what the fuck he was saying. I posted on my story on Instagram, and he was saying shit like, the Lord will protect me, and I gotta get to my kids. I gotta get naked too. Yeah, I have 2 kids. And then at some point, he, all fully naked, gets on his knees and starts praying to I don't know what. But like some crazy shit is happening, bro. And it's like, What the fuck is happening?
I don't know, dude. They're just it's just dummies. Let them have their fun. It's not gonna end well for them. I mean, look, you can live however you want. If you want to live like that, live like that. You're gonna learn from it. So, speaking of all this nonsense, Poseidon, I was watching Death Wish yesterday. You ever seen Death Wish?
No, I haven't.
You guys in the chat, Joey, Trey Cole, Ray, you guys ever watch Death Wish? It's a great movie, Death Wish. Came out in the mid-'70s. Charles Bronson was out there shooting people who have wronged him. So the first movie, actually the first half of the movie is obviously, it's infuriating because it's basically his wife and his daughter get raped and assaulted, and the wife doesn't make it, she dies. And then the daughter goes into like a complete mental breakdown. She has to go to a mental hospital and shit. Like, it's really fucked up. Yeah. And the cops, what are they gonna do, right? They don't know who the three guys are, this and that. So I was watching this movie. It was mid-'70s, maybe 73 to 75, somewhere there it was made. And I noticed something yesterday about how complicit Hollywood is in like showing racism and showing like now. And as much as progress was made and we were at a good place a few years ago, how they're trying to make it seem like everyone hates you and this and that. Because in the movie I noticed something. The three rapists were all white. They were at the grocery store and the security guard was a black guy. You could trust him, was a security guard, black guy. The police officer that comes and tells Charles Bronson what happened, they speak, he's like one of the chiefs there or whatever, was a black guy, professional, this and that. So they didn't portray in the 70s. The bad guys in that movie were three white guys when they could have easily made them three black guys, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with the police. They wouldn't have made the good police officers, right? So at the time where there was no PC, they weren't trying to be politically correct. They were just like, well, yeah, this is what happens. Like, you go to the precinct, there's fucking black guys that have good jobs, and there's shitty white people, right? They didn't have this, whereas now, they were trying to jam it down your throat, the force thing, and you see. So even in the 70s, people weren't as racist as they're making it seem like people are now, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Hollywood's complicit. They manufacture this shit, and then now they're like, what's the problem? Because that movie came out in the 70s and everything was fine.
Yeah.
There wasn't, they didn't try, they weren't racist in it, and they didn't try to be PC. It was just a normal thing. Those people of all fucking colors.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I noticed this is a fresh.
So you're saying that like.
What I'm saying is your neighbors most likely are not shitty people. They're not racist, not shitty people. As much as they're trying to make it seem like you never know, you look over your shoulder, there's a racist. It's not like that. That's not the reality.
I know.
They're showing the lowest common denominator, and they're making you feel like that's everyone.
But there's people like that in every nationality that do heinous and terrible things.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like in the movie Death Wish, like I said, the three shitty people in the movie. I think one of them was Jeff Goldblum. But the three shitty people were these three white guys, where they could have easily, it was in the 70s, they could have made their life, but they're like, nah, why? Other people are doing crimes too. They didn't think about it that way,
Yeah. They didn't have the racial approach.
Exactly.
But then again, we say race, but it's different nationalities. It's not really a race.
Well, it's not different nationalities. They're all American. But continue with your idiocy.
No, but I mean like we're all humans, right? That's the race. But we're all different. Like, we all have different backgrounds.
All right, technical Poseidon. Yeah, sorry. Jesus Christ. Poseidon fucking is going on The View next week, so he's preparing bullshit statements.
Speaking of shitty white guys, you know what I just saw?
Howard Stern.
No. Oh, there's that too. I want to talk about that. The Rockefellers, apparently, the latest Rockefeller, John Podesta and Bennington.
Yeah.
The guy from Lincoln Park there that committed suicide a few years back.
Oh, did he? He didn't commit suicide.
Or did he? Wasn't he found with a noose around?
Oh, that guy committed. Oh, yeah, Lincoln Park. You said. Right?
Yeah, Lincoln Park. Bennington.
I thought you were talking about the alien guy, the guy who. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, apparently they're all related.
What do you mean?
Apparently they're all in the same family, and they were all Rockefellers. They were all tied to some weird culty shit.
I don't know if they're all Rockefellers, but they could.
Because
Podesta's a Rockefeller.
Yeah, because they basically take the picture of the Rockefeller, a picture of Podesta, and then a picture of Bennington, and they all look very similar. They have very similar facial features. They look like they're related, basically. So they took that, and they're like, coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence? So what's the conspiracy there?
The conspiracy is that it's all. It's like basically these elitists have been basically making offspring and shit like that. And
Lincoln Park, I feel like they could have done better. Bro.
They've put them under the guise that there's somebody else into the music industry, the food industry, all these industries, but it's really to run all these industries and shit like that.
Just took a retarded turn. What I was trying to tell you guys, the point I was trying to make, but I feel like it went over Poseidon's head, is that a lot of this shit, the hate thing, they're trying to push over, is manufactured. It's completely manufactured. Most of the people you're gonna meet are fucking decent fucking human beings. And the reason why I was saying this is because they keep talking about how it was worse. They were even more like the more you go back, the more racist they were. This and that, and they're always trying to portray black people as the bad guy and the best is white and all that stuff. And then I was starting to believe that too. I was like, oh fuck, that's what the media is doing. And then I look back, I go, in the fucking 70s, in a movie about vigilantism, where he could have easily made every bad person black, and people would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. Even then, they didn't do it because they're like, nah, this isn't real. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Right? In reality, that's not how it works. Even then is what I'm saying. So all the shit that you see now, that's purposely forced. It's not a reality we live in. You get it?
Yeah.
Anyways,
interesting.
That's how they divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Pantelis, can you ask Poseidon how his experience on Suzekut was on Friday? Poseidon, how was your... And I saw you did it with my boy Thomas Levac.
Yes.
So bro.
Okay, this guy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's insane, yeah.
He kept trying to convince me to do something gay. He's like, just go gay.
Yeah.
He goes, it's not,
Why not try it?
I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not into that shit. But he's fucking hilarious, that guy. Very funny.
Oh,
and his
shit.
laugh is toxic, man. Every time he'd laugh, I couldn't help but laugh. Like
Yeah,
he has that really loud.
How long was it? 2 hours?
Fuck, I don't even remember. I lost track of time while I was doing it.
It looked like from the photos, it looked like you guys got good daylight. It was a good fucking no wind, I guess.
There were moments where some wind picked up, but nothing too like crazy. Yeah, exactly.
That was good. I'm gonna do a podcast with Mike tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have him on the Pantelis podcast. We don't know which one. We don't know if we're gonna do it in French or in English. That's what he said. It's a game time decision. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun. It was awesome.
It was Friday. You went down, dude. I was supposed to have Alex Jones on the show, and he had to cancel last minute. We postponed for like a future date. And I was like, fuck, because that was my guest for the week. I should have got another guest to back it up. But it doesn't matter. When I get him, I got some good questions. Alex Jones for like conspiracy related stuff. And I was looking at something that's interesting about Alex Jones. So, you know when he got deplatformed everywhere? You know how fucking weird it is? Because number one, he talks about conspiracies and like, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. But that was a conspiracy because the three big tech companies got together on a Sunday night and all took him off at 3 a.m. They conspired. So there, number one, he's right. That's a conspiracy.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's 100% them conspiring. So I saw that. And then the other thing that I saw that was fucking interesting is that when that happened, like even Twitter, when Twitter had got rid of him, Twitter still had, and they probably still do, had ISIS accounts up. Like if you're part of ISIS, or there was also Turkish accounts that were calling for violence, like kill Greek. Even the Prime Minister of Turkey was talking about violence. They were asking for violence, and it was fine. One time, the Prime Minister of Turkey tweeted about killing Greeks or some shit, and I talked shit to him. I told him to go fuck himself on Twitter, and I got suspended for a bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
I got suspended for a bit.
You called him a clown or something.
I called him a clown, and I got suspended for harassment. Yeah, he threatened to kill me, and I called him a clown, and I got suspended for harassment. So it's such fuckery. It's such fuckery what they're up to. Such bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So this guy, because he had a bad take on something, or he's provided us with like the best sound bites ever.
Yeah, oh my god. And the memes that came out of the shit that he does.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely
the
hilarious.
best sound bites, the best memes, it's all him.
Yeah. But speaking of ISIS, you know what I heard? Apparently they're building a hotel in Iraq.
The ISIS hotel.
Yeah. What the fuck did you hear about that?
Not yet. Keep going.
I didn't really look into it, but apparently they're building a fucking hotel like I saw, and they're trying to tear down. I think it was Trump that tweeted about it. I don't remember exactly. Hold on.
The ISIS hotel.
Let me Google this. ISIS hotel in Iraq, because I didn't really look up too many stuff about it. Hotel Iraq.
So they're saying here, Jess says it was a great podcast we did with Jofo. It was fun last week. We did a good podcast on Jofo. It was a good time.
What?
He's not listening. He can't do two things at once.
Sorry. I can't find anything on it. I saw something about Saddam Hussein about...
Good job.
Yeah.
So all this to say, Poseidon, what were we... There's Marie Renee. She's in the chat too. Aziz is here. So what were we talking about, Poseidon, before we got sidetracked with your stupid...
With ISIS hotel.
Saddam? Yeah. Oh, yeah. How fucked up these media companies are, because they... Same thing when they say, it's dangerous or whatever. That's why we got rid of him, for having different takes. The fuck are you talking about? There's so much... There was a video on YouTube from the Imam in Saint Michel that was talking about killing Jews and stuff. Killing Jews and Christians. And it was on... I think it might still even be on YouTube. And they had no problem with that.
What?
But a guy saying fucking the frogs are gay or whatever, that's the problem. Like, I don't understand where you... I'm just saying, I don't know where you draw the line. I had trouble. They refused me, the quartering. Everybody was trying to get that video. Remember the kid, the Latin American kid that was killing cats? There was a kid that was torturing cats.
I didn't
There was a
see
kid that
that.
was torturing cats. Me, the court, all kinds of people were trying to get him off, and YouTube kept telling me, well, he's not going against any of our guidelines. Like, torturing a fucking animal on camera is not going against your fucking guidelines. Really?
That's retarded.
Yeah, and then finally people, I think, doxed me, found out who he was. He was in some South American village. And they kind of figured out who he was and shit like that. So they got the cops to go over and take the cats. But then YouTube then finally took on his channel. I think he started another channel, and then he started getting cats again, and YouTube didn't do anything. Like, fuck YouTube is what I'm saying. Like, they act like, oh, no, we're here. It depends. If you follow the rules, you're cool. If you don't follow the rules, you're not. But they make the rules up as they go along. Hey, I just don't like the injustice of it all.
Yeah.
It seems a little sketch. I'm hungover, but I got shit done. Good job, Marie Renee. So what is Gary saying? Someone pointed out that the fact that Twitter was wondering whether or not they should ban Donald Trump when Iran's Führer had an account. Yeah, so here's the thing. Twitter's in a fucked up spot. They're all in fucked up spots now because they're private companies, right? But the thing is, especially if you're American, since that's where the discourse is taking place right now, it's online, blocking people or deleting accounts, especially if they're not calling for violence or anything crazy like that, you are limiting someone's free speech. You're going against the Constitution. It's a little fucked up. It's a very weird area now. I don't know what they're going to do, because are they going to be classified as utilities? Because look, they say, no, we're not blocking your freedom of speech. You can go out and say whatever you want. But if I go on the roof right now and start yelling shit, there's no effect. In order to have people listen to you, like the town square is on the internet.
Now, yeah.
And that's what it is. That's the reality.
Yeah.
It's strange, huh?
Very strange.
Yeah.
And I don't like, there's a lot of hypocrisy coming out from all this shit that's happening. Like, a lot of politicians go on, like, on Twitter and shit, and they say that the protests are fine. It's not dangerous for the virus or whatever. There's no risk for shit like that. But then they go and, don't let this fool you, that it's not dangerous. Like, just hypocritical bullshit. And it's just...
Oh, they're saying it's not dangerous?
Yeah. No. They're saying to protest is not dangerous. Like, the virus won't cause any danger. If you protest, that's fine. And you riot or whatever, but then they say, no, we still can't open up churches and gyms and malls and all that because due to the danger of the virus.
They're full of shit is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. So, like, I'm seeing this, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, this fucking, how do they, like, it's so blatant. Like, they don't even give a fuck about their hypocrisy. They're just,
Well, why would they? No one's calling them out on it. They can do kind of whatever they want at this point. Right, if no one calls you out on it, what the fuck do you care?
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
Like first of all, most of this shit is bullshit, guys. Like, these are, especially now in politics, I'm seeing everyone's like, they're running to call everyone else a racist, and they're all like, we got to do something. And all the people that are yelling have been in politics for what, 50, 60 years? Bro, Joe Biden was vice president for fucking 8 years, bro. He's done nothing. And he's been in politics for over 50 fucking years. And everyone's like, yo, all the problems start from the guy that's been in politics for 3 years. The fucking host of The Apprentice. None of it makes any fucking sense. But some people are dumb enough and they believe it. They're like, yeah, the only reason why there's no problems in America is Donald Trump. He's been there for 3 fucking years. What are you talking about? You're talking about systemic racism, right? How the fuck is he the system? He just came in. The fucking idiots that you voted for 50 fucking years are the system. You dummies. You fucking dummies. Am I crazy, bro? I don't understand. Maybe I'm not thinking about it correctly.
No, you're not. And what I don't understand either is the hate people have for this man.
Yeah.
Man, like, I see comments like, I hope he dies. I hope fucking his family gets raped. Like,
yeah,
crazy shit.
I've seen rape stuff. You know why?
Maybe you don't agree with the guy all the way on some stuff. I get that. But I don't understand where that hate comes from. Like, what did he do to these people?
I'll tell you what it is. It's like, remember when I got into an argument with those Brooklyn open micers 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So what they do is this: they make up a story. So they made him up. The host of The Apprentice represents every bad thing that's ever happened to them, that's ever happened in America. They even made this guy. This is the villain. This is the figurehead of all my nightmares. And then they attack it. Do you understand? Not using actual logic and being like, well, no, this guy wasn't, like, something happened 5 years ago. This guy wasn't around. What are you talking about? Not using that logic. Just saying he's responsible for everything. In the 70s, my cousin, he was fucking bashed behind a nightclub. It's because of him. Like, just random shit he's blamed for, And then they're happy. They're content because they argued, they yelled something. Like, I hope he gets raped. I hope he gets killed. And they're like, I made a difference. It's kind of like the people now at Chaz, let's say Seattle.
Yeah.
That's not a real fucking country. Now, the fact that that's even happening right now, that they're not going in and beating the shit out of them or shooting them, is fucking. It shows a lot of restraint. I'm just saying, it shows a lot of restraint. You try to fuck around like that. Hold on. But the smartest thing you could do is let them implode.
Yeah.
Let them implode.
Exactly.
Because like this is what it's gonna look like if the left, if the left had a country or whatever. If the hardcore left, if these anarchists, Antifa had a country. Yeah, bro, it took 3 days for that shit to fall apart.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what would happen with no structure, no order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're getting thought police is the worst thing. Thought crimes, right? You're saying the wrong thing. They went to beat up guys that walked in with American flags. Like, you can have those in our country.
I saw that, and I saw this one guy giving a speech that what was it? He was saying basically, if you want to stay here, if you're white, you need to give out $10 to one black person at least. Otherwise, you're not allowed to stay here. Shit like that. Bro, I was seeing this, I was like, what?
That's fucking racist.
Yeah,
As far as I can tell, it's pretty fucking racist.
Oh man, and I saw a video. I was freaking out. Some CNN, like on CNN.
Yeah.
One of the guys called other black people, if they don't vote for Joe Biden, they're
not black.
They're not black, and they're not the
Uncle
Uncle Toms.
Toms.
Yeah, they call them Uncle Toms. What is that insult? I don't know where that comes from.
It's funny. If you don't vote for who I tell you to vote, you're not a free thinker. What?
But what's that?
Wouldn't I not be a free thinker if I only voted for who you told me to vote without thinking? That's fucking stupid, Uncle Tom. Don't say shit like that.
But where does that insult come from?
It's an American insult to black guys that listen to that are like whiteified, that just listen to whitey type of thing.
Okay.
But or they make what's it called? I don't know how to describe it properly, but they'll excuse anti-black sentiment from white people for one reason or another. But you choosing who you're going to vote for between two white guys doesn't make you one or the other. First of all, most people that vote Republican vote so for like tax reasons, security reasons, right? Like whenever it's a wartime, you're more likely to get people to vote Republican because takes care of them. It's when shit's really like, there's not that many problems. People end up going left a lot because it's more experimental, more progressive.
Interesting.
And then shit fucks up. And people vote like right now saying defund the police or what else? Just eliminate the police and all that. That's gonna make people vote for Trump, because most people in cities they're like, I have fucking kids here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking no. I need some cops around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't realize that they're by stepping into an argument without any valid points, you can't win that argument. You're losing it, and that's what they're doing. They're stepping in. They're just like, I don't like this guy. What's your solution? Fucking plants and shit. And they're like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to vote for the guy that at least is thinking of something.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Because theoretically, Trump should not be able to win any type of election in the United States of America, but they pitted him up against someone who we knew was a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
So people were like, this guy's a bit of a buffoon, but she murders people, And I'm not just talking about like whole people who say their husband raped and then they all kill themselves. I'm talking about like in the Middle East. They used to call they used to call her Hillary because she was the one like, just fucking drone him. Her and Obama. Fucking kids, it doesn't matter. It's collateral damage. So these kind of people were like, you know what? We're kind of anti-war. Fuck these people. Let's get them out. Let's just put Trump in. Then Trump is goofy. So you'd think you present a good candidate against him, there's no way he gets reelected. And who have they come up with so far? Some fucking career politician that's done nothing his entire career. He was vice president for 8 years, still did shit all, and now he's saying that it's Trump's fault that he didn't do nothing for 60 years. Trump wasn't even in politics, and clearly he has dementia. That's the best they could. It's like they're trying to lose. So who's to blame? You can't blame anyone. They're blaming the far right. They're blaming, what are you talking about, stupid? You've presented. First of all, Obama was elected twice, back to back. That means that there are people who voted for Obama twice, or once at least, who then voted for Trump. Right?
No.
There's a demographic that voted for both of them.
No.
Okay? Who switched their vote. Okay? Why? Clearly they weren't fucking racist. So what prompted them? Because the disgusting candidate you put in front of them. They're like, no. Whoa. Just because it's part of the party, it doesn't mean I'm going to vote for this fucking person. Forget her. Same thing now. That's why I'm surprised. Like, they had a chance. They could pretty much put whoever, almost. And they choose another fucking despicable candidate. It's a little... And then you blame other people for losing. Like, it's your fault for losing. You went in unprepared. You're not putting up a fight. Tulsi Gabbard could have probably beat Trump.
Who was that again? I heard that name before.
Well, I'm gonna explain who it
it's
is
a
again.
woman.
Yeah, that's all I can tell you. That's all. What am I gonna tell you? So Tulsi Gabbard, I think, would have beaten Trump because she could have gotten enough people that were on the fence to go with her. Plus, she did not like the Democratic establishment, which would have got a lot of people on the right who wanted someone a bit more educated than Trump, being goofy and more presentable to the world. So she could have done it, but she wasn't part of that establishment on the left. She would have fucked them over, like what Trump said he was gonna do when he came in, like drain the swamp. She would have done the same thing to them. She would have fucked them over because she didn't like that kind of. She's anti-war and all that, so she would have fucked them over. So they made sure to fucking cut her legs out from under her. Hillary Clinton came out and said that she was a Russian asset. Yeah, a lot of country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of fucked up things, and people want to protest and that, like, there's some people like, oh, women are oppressed here or whatever, but like,
just stop. This is the best it's ever been. It's only getting better. You're the ones who are regressing everything.
Yeah,
all we've been doing is progressing in society, and then you guys want to pull it back.
I think we spoke about this, but bro, in Yemen, there's people being sold as slaves. Where's the outrage on that? There's fucking in China, Muslims are being put into fucking concentration camps. Where's the outrage on that? Oh, but because it's China.
Yeah, the Uyghurs. The Uyghur, that's what they're called. The Uyghurs in China. The Uyghurs are, they're being oppressed, they're being slaughtered, all that. In North America, the Uyghurs, they're dropping albums, or you hear Eminem's new shit. Like, it's very different the way we treat people.
What's a Uyghur?
I was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
But the Uyghur Muslims, they're Muslim people in China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're, I was making a joke about Uyghurs, but it went over your head. Sometimes,
I still don't get it.
It's okay. The chat's gonna get it. They're gonna enjoy it. But yeah, the Uyghur Muslims are getting fucking completely. Yeah, they're getting.
And apparently their organs are being sold off.
They're killing these people.
Crazy shit. Where's the outrage on that?
No one wants to talk shit. They're all scared of China.
And now I heard something else that apparently the Democratic Party was working on a secret space program with China
who
with China,
who
the Democratic Party.
Like
the far left, that establishment.
That doesn't make any sense. A party can't.
That's what I read. I don't know.
You've read a lot of nonsense. So go on.
Yeah. So like all kinds of crazy weird shit coming out now.
Yeah, but that's just fake. That's different. We're talking about real stuff. Like if I say, bro, they have a unicorn, there's no point of arguing that it's not a real thing.
But unicorn.
But the Uyghur Muslims, yeah, they're getting slaughtered. Their organs are getting harvested. But people do not want to go. They're very scared. Like the WHO. Remember when they were talking on CNN initially, and they were asking them questions about like countries around them and shit, and they didn't want to answer any of the questions. Anything that offended the Chinese government, the WHO spokesperson did not want to talk about it.
Yeah. I remember the whole ordeal with Taiwan. Was it that country? That guy? Yeah, I remember that.
They didn't want to mention it.
Big fuckery afoot, and now they're coming out flip flopping their shit. So now apparently, even people who are asymptomatic and will never show any symptoms aren't as
contagious as initially.
Exactly.
Because basically the initial fear was we'll have to stay inside because even people that are asymptomatic are going to give it to you. You want to. Now they're like, no, the people that are asymptomatic, it's kind of like the normal flu. If you're sick, stay home type of thing. If you're not showing symptoms, you're not really that contagious to other people. So the problem is that they went into deep. This is what I think now. The reason why a lot of these places, including Canada, why they're a bit slower on jumping back in, even though we know this, and even though they're saying conflicting things, like the woman who's in charge here, the medical, what's her name, our head doctor, the Asian lady, she said, it's very dangerous, don't go out. And then when the protest happened, she said, yeah, you could protest. That's safe for the. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? At least if you really believed in your bullshit, you would have said, do it, but just know it's very dangerous. Wear your masks. You wouldn't have been like, yeah, that's fine. It's all nonsense. So, anyways, what I'm saying is now I think they went in too deep because they committed to listening to whatever China the WHO said, and they turned out to be wrong. Now they're like, well, if we just stop everything and go back to normal, what about the 40% of businesses that went bankrupt, that lost everything? Are they going to come after us and be like, wait a second, you fucked me out of my livelihood? So they have to continue the charade for a bit. No matter what, they have to continue it for a bit. They have to pretend like anybody could catch at any moment. Because or else, they're going to be, wait a second, whoa, hold on a second. I have no more life now because of you fucking assholes. People died because they didn't do the proper thing, right? They didn't take care of the people that needed it.
Yeah.
So now it's very tricky. Because if Trudeau just comes out and be like, yeah, it's safe, we overreacted. We should have taken care of the people that are at risk, just like the flu, right?
Yeah.
He can't say that now. He can never admit to that, bro. Because what about the people who lost their relatives because the proper care wasn't taken? And what about the people who lost their livelihoods?
Oh
You-
yeah,
yeah. You can't tell them. Yeah, they're gonna get sued hard. You can't tell them you fucked them over because you're scared of China. Yeah, they're in a fucked up place now.
Interesting, but it's interesting. Why don't other people see this? Like a lot of people, the like it seems like I don't know how to explain this.
Tell me.
Like we know this, they're in a weird spot and they're still gonna keep this fuckery, but I don't understand like why are people still like this whole bullshit with the lines like at Marché Central?
Well, because store they don't want nobody wants to get sued. Nobody wants to take any chances, right? So right now, all of the information is conflicting. The only thing you can really go by is anecdotal around you, right? You look at like people are starting to message me and tell me, well, I don't really know anyone that's got it. That doesn't mean shit because a lot of people that you know, including yourself, might have just been asymptomatic. You might have a good immune system. You had a cough a bit, maybe a headache for a week, and then you passed it and you didn't even know. Maybe you got it in December. You don't even know. So it's not like they say it's a fake disease, it doesn't exist. That's not true. It is real.
Yeah,
we know it's real. It's not a fake thing. What we didn't know, they overreacted in the beginning, is we listened to the WHO's reports. Do you remember what they said? Everything, bro, on a surface, you're going to catch it on this, on that. They made us all scared to touch things in our house, right? From one day to the next. So judging by the fear that they had then, you kind of can't blame them now for not doing a 180 because they're going to look stupid, right? Especially now when they're saying there's less cases coming up even after all the protests, because also Trump had said, this will probably go away before a vaccine. Like we won't need one. Yeah. They're also not going to say the dummy was right. They don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that either. Yeah. Because even him, I don't think he said it because he knew anything. He just said it because he's like, I don't know. He's just thinking like everything else, right? Well, it'll probably go away.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's why Sweden had a lot of people die when they did it, right? But they didn't do anything.
Well, we have the same deaths as Sweden, by the way. And we have this very similar population.
Yeah.
We're like I think 1.something million, 1.8 million less than them or something. But
look at who I don't know. But look at who's dying. That's where you see the similarities. It's the age demographic. It's the health. It's so essentially most of the people that you stop them from working and contributing to society wouldn't have died either way, even if they got it or not. But they didn't know. Look, at the time, I don't blame them in the beginning because you don't know. It's fucking scary. You can't take chances. Like I don't blame them for anything. Now I know that no matter what, they're not gonna. Because now they already went too far. They committed. No. They were talking about a month ago forced vaccinations, forced little passports. Yeah, what the fuck? Know if you had it. They went too deep now. They can't pull back.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit, bro.
But now they can't pull back. They're probably gonna go through with it even more because they don't want to lose any face. Because majority of people don't do any research. Majority of people look at what the news tells them, and they just accept it. That's why so many people thought there was a fucking race war happening. Like, what do you think? Your neighbor from one day to the next just decided to hate you? Why do you buy into that fucking nonsense? Yeah. They don't do any, and that's why organizations like CNN are guilty because they feed off that shit. They feed off all that negative energy.
Yeah, because it's
fuck this guy. This guy's stupid. Fuck that. Fuck that. They're just as bad as those YouTubers who all they do is shit on other YouTubers. Yeah. Same fucking thing. Same thing. The only thing is they have more eyes and they manipulate more people's minds, so they're way more dangerous.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Gambit Rock says, Law 61 was a horrible proposition, horrendous to democracy. Yeah, if I understand correctly.
Oh yeah, there was that. Oh my god.
Explain Law 61, Poseidon.
Okay,
here in Quebec.
Hold on. I have the picture. Hold on.
Yeah.
I just gotta find the picture. Hold on. Let me check Messenger because.
Checking the messenger.
That's where I had sent it.
Mr. Poseidon.
Okay, so I'm gonna translate. So a state of emergency for the for sanitary renewal indefinitely. So like
we don't. Yeah, they could indefinitely. Yeah. We know what indefinitely means. I like that you were about to describe it. We'll go on.
Hold on. Wait. There's an article too about it. Okay. So there were 6 points on this that I found very interesting. That seems like a power grab. Fuck. Oh, okay. Here they are. So there's articles in it. So there's this thing called Article 6. The acquisition by mutual agreement or expropriation of property necessary for carrying out a project does not require the government's prior authorization when the property is acquired by the Minister of Transport under the powers conferred on,
So they could just take property.
basically.
Yeah.
That was one of them. And then Article
Authoritarian.
36, despite any provision to the contrary, the government may, to prevent or mitigate any consequence arising from the COVID-19 pandemic, take any measure it considers necessary to make any adaptation to any provision of an act other than this act or of a regulation other than a regulation made under this act.
Yeah, essentially, they're playing Monopoly, and at one point they're like, "All right, right now there's no rules, guys. This is now my card. I have Parkways and infinite hotels. The rules are just made up right now." So they're playing by They want to play by different rules than everyone else. Now, what's dangerous about that is that it is the government. So if the government tries to put in laws that says we don't have to follow the laws that were previously here, we can make up laws as we go along. That means that you lose every democratic right, because everything that's in place right now is supposed to be held up by democracy.
Yeah.
Right? You lose all that. It becomes authoritarian, and all that shit is very scary. Again, I said this months ago. In times of crisis, even if they know it's fucking fucked up or it's overblown, they will take advantage. Government will never miss an opportunity to take advantage of a negative situation in order to get more power. And the problem with government is the more you give them, the more they take. That's why bigger governments are a fucking problem for free societies. This goes for the right as much as it goes for the left. The bigger the government, the worse it is. You can't have them have ultimate power. The power should always be in the hands of the individuals, the people. They should fear you. The second you give them ultimate authority, all right, I trust you. You can do whatever you want, and I trust you're not going to take advantage of all that power. They're going to take advantage because they're human beings.
Yeah.
And human beings are assholes. Look at China.
And it's been proven time and time again over all these fucking years that they would do that. Like look at Venezuela, bro. I saw a video the other day.
I don't want to look at Venezuela, but go on.
I saw a video the other day. Apparently, this country was super filthy rich because of oil.
Yeah.
And look where it is now. Now it takes like they were saying like it takes, I don't know, just to buy bread, it takes like a bag of money.
Yeah, but that's also the CIA is responsible for that, and so is the world banks.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, the economic. They try to get in. They've been trying to fuck them over for years. So that's also the manipulation of the world powers trying to fuck them over. Anytime a country is picking its head up, tries to be free from all the rest of them, they're gonna get fucked because the central banks come in and they fucking tear shit up. So yeah, them too. They wouldn't have needed anyone. They wouldn't have. Bro, look at the Arab world. You kidding me? You don't find that suspicious? You know how they're killing each other? Fucking Yemen's getting. You don't find that suspicious at all. You know that the Arabs were actually united with all the oil that they have. Bro, they wouldn't need anyone. They'd be an economic superpower. But instead, they fucking they fuck with each other. You don't think that's suspicious at all?
That is very suspicious.
Yeah, it's like you, instead of living comfortably in your house, you keep setting your bedroom on fire. You're like, I taught my bedroom a lesson. What are you talking? You have to fucking sleep there, stupid. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's all they don't like you pick your head up. The second you show any form of independence and you're not part of them, they fuck you over. And there's different cliques around the world that are doing their own thing. Like China doesn't like the U.S. meddling in its affairs around there. That's the only reason why North Korea exists. Nobody around there wants North Korea to exist the way it exists, right?
Yeah.
Like a fucked up, crazy, evil nuclear superpower, and they're run by a dictator, and it's like nobody wants that except for China. China wants their crazy little cousin next to them.
Why?
What do you mean why? It's they're not alone after. First off, they go to war with like Japan or some shit because there's always tensions between those two.
Yeah.
And they always come in as the mediator. Oh, I'll talk to North Korea. Don't worry, I got this. And they show that communism could work now, even though it's not real communism, what China has. It's like they have all the authoritarian stuff, but they still try to run a capitalist free market export system. It's very fucked up. It's very fucked up.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, so it's fucking interesting. It's interesting that but people don't look into it. They look at weird shit. They, whatever. Like the one source of information tells them something on the news, and then same thing. Remember yesterday we were talking about Christopher Columbus. They keep blaming him for genocide.
But even I thought this. I didn't know.
Yeah, and I had to tell you guys. And then Phil looked it up because he didn't believe me either, and he had to disprove it. He never committed genocide. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
He never committed. Like it's the guy who discovered it. Like you're blaming crimes of, I guess, the king or the whatever you want to say at the time. The emperors, whoever came over. You're blaming him for that, for discovering it. You know, it's like you're jogging, you find a dead body, and you get arrested because you found it. You're like, you're a piece of shit, bro. How could you kill that guy? Like, no, I didn't kill him. I discovered this, and the cops showed up, and I don't know what happened. Fuck you, bro. You saw that dead body. You're a murderer. You'd think you're living in Twilight Zone.
No.
It's like a lunatic regime.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. When they took down Christopher Columbus statue and they said he committed genocide, I was like, are they fucking retarded? You're telling me they all have iPhones, right?
Yeah.
They have time to dye their hair fucking blue. They have all this time on their fucking hands, right? To do everything, avoid getting a real job. They have all this time on their hands. They can't fucking Google the person whose statue they're taking down. It's lunacy. It's complete lunacy. And like I said, they're all it's phonies. Because like, well, we can't do anything because this person did this, so do you still respect them? You can't enjoy their art. You can't enjoy their inventions. So if we find out the Wright brothers, were racist, you're going to stop taking planes.
Yeah, wouldn't make sense.
You're going to stop taking, just tell me if you're going to stop taking planes. I'd like to see that. What if you find out that indoor plumbing, whoever made that was racist? You're going to throw your shit out the window? Stupid. You fucking dummies. You fucking dummies. Why don't you take all the positive in society, the good, and move forward with all the good and leave the shit behind?
Yes, that's what Schultz said also.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Did Schultz say that?
Yeah, he
fucking
did.
me and Schultz, bro. We're thinking.
And I agree with the exact same thing. Like, there's always going to be, like, everyone's going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And he said something about judging people based, because he said something about the more we progress as a society and the more fair we become and right and equal, the more the past is going to seem fucked up.
Of course.
You know? So you got to judge people based on the times that they lived. He explained it very eloquently.
First of all, two things I want to say. Number one, let's say McGill. Here they're talking about they should take down McGill statue and change the university name because he owned slaves. McGill, the University of McGill, the guy didn't own slaves to piss you off in the year 2020. He owned slaves because that was the normal thing to do. You understand? So right now we're all meat eaters, okay? New Zealand just passed a thing. They're saying that they consider every animal now to be sentient thinking beings. So you have to treat them that way, okay? Sentient thinking beings, which is very nice. It's a caring thing for animals. Let me tell you something. If in 100 years from now, we no longer eat animals because like, holy shit, man, we've been fucking killing animals. They're alive, you know? We don't eat. We've moved to a new protein fucking plant. It doesn't matter, but we're super healthy without animals, okay? We've moved. They're going to look back 100 years. Are the people watching this, me, you, are we fucking murderous animals because we went after these poor animals to kill them and all that? No. This is a society we live in. To us, this is what we know. It's normal. You know what I mean? They're not going to stop using the internet because the guy who invented the internet ate fucking chicken. You understand? It's a lunatic thing to even think something like that. So you like right now McGill, you know, he owned slaves. Obviously, bro, at the time that's what was done. Right now we look back, we're like, how the fuck would anyone want to have a human being like a captive? You know, I see it looks inhuman to me. Yeah. But at the time, that's what it fucking was.
Yeah, but also at the time,
he doesn't know any better.
Exactly.
In their times, like, yeah, this is reality. This is how life is supposed to be. You have slaves. Like, what do you want? That's what it was then. You know, so you can't judge people and you know different times in history by our ethics now.
Yeah.
You know, like the Mayans, the Incas. You know, I was talking about how they're cutting people's heads off, throwing them down a pyramid.
The Mayans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but are you gonna go now and judge the people who claim to be the descendants of Mayans? Are you gonna go to Mexico and be like, why the fuck are you cutting heads off and throwing them down steps, bro?
Or you're gonna go take down the pyramids they had?
You're gonna go take down their pyramids because they murdered people.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't help you move forward. It doesn't help. That does not eliminate racism. In fact, that makes you more racist because you're telling someone you're to blame for the sins of your fucking forefathers, which is crazy. You don't do that. You don't. I'm Greek. I don't want to kill Turks because you know what happened back then. I don't think a guy now deserves to get killed because of something that happened a couple hundred years ago. It doesn't make any sense to me. To me, that's psychotic.
Yeah, it is
I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. To kill a Turkish guy and then my defense is, well, you know, his fucking grandparents. Or that's crazy. What did he do?
The only time I think it's acceptable is in self-defense.
Yeah,
so I'd say no.
Oh my god, bro!
No, I know.
Again, you're starting this whole thing. That's not. We never. I'm not talking about murder. I'm just talking about the sins of other people. Stop talking about stupid things. Oh. Remember we said that you hear one thing and then you jump on another tangent that has nothing to do with it. You just did it right now. We're not talking about murder statistics. We're talking about getting blamed for shit you didn't do.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, Anyways, Dinesh D'Souza can educate you on slavery. I don't need to be educated on fucking slavery, silver and gold. I don't need to be fucking educated on slavery, all right? The whole point is, we know slavery is not fucking good now. We're fucking fine
No,
with
it's a
that.
terrible thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and who the fuck is for it? But it's still fucking happening. Fucking Obama contributed to the new slave trade in North Africa. Well, what he did to Libya. Libya right now is the fucking capital of the slave trade over there. No one's talking about that shit, right? That's a stain. Nobody wants to fucking talk about it. Libya was a fucking wealthy country, and now it turned to the slave capital, fucking Africa. No one wants to talk about that shit. Human beings are being fucking sold. And like, you ever seen those videos there? They're in fucking pits and they're picking them up.
Videos.
Bro, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. But the guy who's like, bro, we get grabbed by the pussy, that guy's the most evil person ever. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Not a single Republican owned a slave. I don't care who owned a slave. I'm not even going to go back and look at that because I don't like that shit. I don't like the whole... We were slaves for 400 years.
Yeah.
We were slaves, the Greeks, 400 years. We're not... I'm not there like, I wonder which one of these guys now, grandparents or whatever, used to have slaves, great-grandparents. I'm going to blame him. That's fucking psychotic, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy to do that. You don't move forward like that.
Yeah, no.
You stop it here now. You want to be fucking... It's here now. Now, you see racism, you see slavery, you see something bad around you, you stop it now. You don't go on Twitter and you're like, 400 years ago, wasn't it shitty? You're not helping. 400 years ago, wasn't it shitty? You have a fucking time machine? Stupid. Focus on the now. Who can you help now? Focus on helping right now. You fucking dummies. Anyways. Greeks were enslaved by the Italians. No, it was the Ottomans, Marvin, but close. Go on.
You said that, and I laughed and I lost my train of thought. But yeah, no, I agree with you on all of that. And it's crazy because like they don't even like they go into this rage, right, and they start taking down all these statues. But some of the shit they take down and they deface was of like they're all about like end racism. But some of the shit they take down was black generals or like there was that thing for World War I, was it?
Oh yeah, they took the
monument like
they took down a Civil War monument, I think, of a brigade, but the brigade was an all black brigade.
Yeah.
They don't know. I'm telling you, they're dummies. They're not doing any. First of all, Winston Churchill, apparently his statue in London was defaced.
Why?
Winston Churchill, bro, is this fucking guy. I can't believe he fought the Nazis. Are you fucking retarded? Are you all retarded right now?
Oh man, no.
Fucking Winston Churchill, that fucking handicapped guy who fought the Nazis, piece of garbage. I heard that maybe he grabbed an ass or two in his time. All idiots, bro. All fucking idiots. Instead of focusing on the now, right? Going around their fucking neighborhoods. Are people getting mistreated there? Is there problems right now happening? Instead of like, I'm going to spray paint a swastika on a statue of a guy who fought the Nazis. Right? But you fucking phonies still respect the monarchy. There's fucking photos of them. They were all for Hitler before he fucking attacked England.
Oh yeah, I remember
They were all
that.
fucking for him. You're cool with that. That's cool. Oh no, it's the Queen. We got a lover. Yeah. But the fucking guy who fought the Nazis, he's the evil guy. Shut the fuck up. You're dealing with the wrong one here. You're dealing with the wrong... I will not appease to your fucking nonsense. Piece of garbage. Anyways, Poseidon, I'm getting heated right now because I don't like this.
Okay, let's change the subject.
This fucking fakery, bro.
I can't think of anything uplifting story right now. Hold on. Because I got into it too, and I enjoy this shit because like
No, it's just because I see what's happening around me,
Yeah.
and it just bothers me. The lunacy of people. Instead of actually fighting instead of actually fighting police brutality, which is a real thing. Police brutality is a fucking dude. They're out of control. That's fucking true. I see it here. I see videos of it every day. With every race, it just happens more to black people that we see it more. Let's say on camera because they fucking overreact. They're like, "Holy shit, he's jogging!" Like I saw Jay Farrow's video. I don't know, he's a comedian, SNL. I don't know if you saw him. He was jogging 2 weeks before, whatever, like a month ago. He was jogging and they fucking took him down. They put him in handcuffs because he matched the description of another guy they were looking for, another black guy in sweatpants. And then they let him go and he's like, "Well, what the fuck?" He goes, like, "You could have asked for my ID. Like, you could have done this differently than make me go on the fucking cement, tie my hands behind my back." You know what I mean? And 4 guns drawn at me, Like, there's different ways of doing it. And there is a difference, I guarantee you, because me, when I've looked suspicious, they've asked me for my ID. They don't draw. Even though I don't like them doing that, I get pissed off. I didn't get guns drawn on me by cops. All the guns drawn on me were from fucking doofuses.
Yeah, I've never had that happen to me.
Yeah,
either.
so I gotta admit it. When it's true, it's true.
Oh, I saw a video of this Hispanic dude.
It feels like the morning show, not Pantelis Live. Gambit says, "Yeah, I know." And
know.
the thing is, I have more energy than the morning show, so I'm fucking angry. Because here's the thing, like for those of you who follow me, you guys know like my stances are pretty obvious. Like I'm very anti-war, anti-real war, not Twitter war. You know,
Yeah.
anti-racism, anti-real racism, not to take down fucking Churchill's statue because he fought the Nazis and they're good people too. Whatever the fuck, whatever mental gymnastics you guys are making to support destroying a Churchill statue, you fucking doofuses. It's just that when I see this, I'm like, God damn it, man! Like, how do you move forward? Like, this is the next generation, or maybe this is just the current generation. It'll be like a blip on the radar. I don't know. I think it's because every idiot has a voice now. Every buffoon has. It's not hard, dude. If we can have a YouTube channel, anybody could do it. It's not hard to have a voice.
No.
So like I was looking at Count Dankula's court case. Count Dankula. I don't know if you. Count Dankula's a Scottish guy in the UK. He basically made his girlfriend has this pug. She loved it. Thought it was the cutest pug in the world. He can't do anything wrong. So what he did to fuck with her is he trained it to watch. He trained it to whenever he says like "Gas the Jews" or "Heil Hitler," it picks up his hand and stuff.
No.
Yeah, he turned the dog into a Nazi because it was so cute, you know. And he had a video of the dog watching like Nazi propaganda, you know, like as if the dog's learning. But before the video started, he prefaced. He goes, "The reason why I'm doing this is because she says the cutest dog ever." And I was thinking, what's the most disgusting I could think of? He's like Nazis, so I'll turn the dog into one of those. It was a joke. And it was considered a hate crime. Basically, he had to go to court for it. They wanted to put him in jail. They had to give him a fine and stuff. He's still fighting it. He had to go to the court of appeals. Yeah, dude. Like they made it seem, and they labeled him. Even the newspapers, they labeled him a Nazi, even though the whole point of the video was when he said it, because it was a joke, right? It was and even in the beginning of the video, he said that that's the most despicable thing you could think of as a Nazi. So he's turning the dog into the most disgusting thing ever. You get it? Because she says it's the cutest thing ever. That was the whole joke. So even at that, so the media was calling him a Nazi. All the like. No logic, no context. Just he said Zig Heil, the dog raised his hand. They're all Nazis. You know, by that logic, they should kill the dog too, because the dog's a Nazi. By their logic.
Yeah, exactly. But
by their logic, that dog's not going to make it far.
Yeah, exactly. But oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Man, what a time to be alive.
It's fucking crazy. Let's see. Thanks, Gambit. Marie Renee says. What's great question, Marie. What's your question? I don't know what the question is. You got to ask it again. You got guns drawn on you, Pantelis? Yeah, I've had guns. Twice I've had people draw guns on me. Yeah. And one time my buddy Mike pulled his dick out to fight the gunman.
Yeah, I remember that story.
In the middle of winter, yeah. And the guy got scared and left. He's like, "You're going to fucking shoot me, bro? What are you going to do?" We pull out his dick. He's like, "You're going to do nothing, bro. You're going to suck this." February. And the guy panics. He's like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy whipping his dick out?"
That's some serious big dick energy, by the way, especially in the middle of February, bro.
Yeah. Mike didn't fuck around. That was funny. I remember thinking about it. I go, we could have got shot. He's like, "Nah, he looked like a pussy, so I scared him, you know." I was like, "Good call, bro. Good call." You know, I was trying to calm things down. I was like, "Bro, come on. You're not going to fucking shoot him. Put the fucking gun away." Mike's like, "Fuck that." He went 0 to 180.
Yeah.
Pulled his dick out.
Past 100, just.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, and it was February. I remember because it was winter, it was snow out. Everyone was there too. Milton was there. Like it was, some people from school. We all went together here at Rosemount. They had sent us to look at like you will go to different colleges and they would show you like technical stuff. Like if you want to become a secretary and compute, how fast can you type? Whatever. It was a dumb thing, but you had to go. So you didn't have real school, but you had to go visit there, and then you get your credits for the day or whatever. So we did that, yeah. And then, he fucking, what a man. Yeah, he fucking whipped his dick out. I'm like, yeah. I remember that, yeah.
That's not even a full-grown adult. That's a...
high schooler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
That takes some balls, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cried. That would have been funny, too, if the
guy put the gun down. If
he's pulling his dick down and then Milton's crying. Oh, yeah.
Or the guy holding the gun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I pulled the gun on you.
Yeah. And the gun that he had was like a World War II pistol. Because I remember we were making fun of him. Like while he was holding it, I was like, "Bro, what is that? Your grandfather's gun?" And then, and then Mike's like, "Yo, what the fuck is that, bro? Where'd you find that?" Like,
it was all rusty.
He goes, "What did you beat up your Nazi grandfather?" Something I forgot what we were telling the guy. God. Yeah, we were just like really ripping the guy, and then he's like, "What the fuck?" He was a white guy, a white French guy with dreadlocks, like long dreadlocks to his ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like super super long. Yeah, he looked weird.
Because
he looked kind of like a. He looked like a faggoty Drexel from True Romance. Gary
I don't
Oldman.
know who Drexel is.
Yeah, that's what he looked like, kind of. Yeah.
But you know why that is? It's because this person already lacked, like, he couldn't think of anything to scare you guys.
So he brought his
So
grandfather's
he's like,
pistol.
he's like, oh, you know what? Let me arm myself with something. I'm gonna scare them with this.
That
you
didn't
know?
work.
And then when he thought it was gonna work, when he pulled it out, and you guys just made fun of him, he was like, it mind fucked him because he was like,
The mind fuck was Mike pulling his dick out.
yeah. So
Because I was trying to
wait a
calm him
minute.
down at first, but you know how I do, like I calm you down while I make fun of you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't want to do this. Also, bro, where'd the fuck you get that, bro? Garage sale. What are you doing? Like all that stuff. And then Mike just went from 0 to like, really, motherfucker? You playing a gun on me? Whips his dick. He's like, you're gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do fuck. You're gonna suck this. He goes, get the fuck out of here. I pulled it in and fucking walked off, bro.
So
Yeah.
you know the fact
I wish I had that kind of energy then, like the Mike
Oh,
energy.
man.
Like, dude, that's fucking hilarious, bro.
that is hilarious.
Yeah, he hopefully still has that kind of energy now. Like, you know,
Yeah.
but we were all very like we didn't like to get fucked with, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just you'd think that he would have, you know, as a kid would have had a bit more. He's like, no, he's like, fuck it. What are the odds? Like, I guess in his head he was calculating the odds of what are the odds. This guy shoots me with a fucking World War II pistol.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, but when you're younger, you also don't think more. Like I was fucking stupid.
Gambit,
when
I'm
I
not
was younger.
scrolling up. Fucking copy paste it again. Copy paste it again.
Like I was a dumbass in high school. Like I would do shit I wouldn't even think. I still do, but you know. Back then it was even stupider shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like that though. That was pretty. That was like the pinnacle. I remember thinking about it. Let's see. Aziz and Gapes had a great question that will probably lead to laughter. Gapes asked, any follow up on Poseidon's bird in the bush and boyfriend? I believe the term is also called around the way girl.
What?
There hasn't been the only update was that Poseidon kept harassing my friend, and then I had to call Poseidon and ask him to stop fucking calling and messaging him.
Well, it wasn't
Because
really.
Poseidon doesn't understand. The guy told him, like, what it's not up to Poseidon to decide when Poseidon's ready. It's up to the guy if he ever wants to talk to Poseidon. And Poseidon kept calling and messaging the guy, and the guy got really fucking pissed off. He's like, this guy doesn't understand.
No.
And
What?
at one of the messages, Poseidon literally told him, like, yo, you know, coffee's on me or something. But the guy doesn't
No,
want to fucking talk to you.
no.
You can't message him and tell him coffee's on you, especially after he told you to leave him the fuck alone. He sent you 9 paragraphs.
No, exactly.
And then you still wouldn't stop.
But hold on.
And then, no, hold on.
After he called,
Shut
after
up.
I
You
called,
even called me one day and you said, I found out that he's walking around Jerry Park. Should I go track him down and find him? Bro, you're like a rapist, bro. Stop. It's up to him if he wants to
I
talk to you
know.
and when. No, you don't know. You don't know.
Can I tell you the text? I told him if or when you're ready in the future. I said
No, he
because I
doesn't.
owed him an apology and an explanation.
He already texted you everything. You don't need, you're making it seem like you're the victim here. Bro, whenever you're ready. No, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, and whenever he's ready, he'll come to you. You don't have to tell him when you're ready. You don't have to give him permission for that. He knows. You're the one who fucked up, not him. And also, you don't go follow him around. You find out from fucking posts online where he is, and you go meet him there. You know how creepy that is, bro. It's the same kind of rape energy of you showing up at midnight. It's the same type of energy.
Yeah.
It's the same energy. You have to stay calm, bro. It's fucking weird, bro. You do that shit to chicks, bro. I know where she is. Like, you do that shit,
No,
bro. It's
no, I've
fucking.
never
Don't
done
do
that.
shit like
No.
that, bro. It's fucking creepy. I don't like it. Don't do shit like that.
Yeah. I've been going kind of crazy also because this whole pandemic shit. So I've been acting weird. I'm not blaming it on that, but I'm just saying.
You just
like,
did. You literally blamed
No,
on
no,
that.
but
instead of
hold
not
on,
blaming
hold
it
on, hold
that.
on.
You're just like the guy's like, look, I'm not racist, but what's the deal with these Indians? Like, it's the same thing. The second the butt came in, you're like, all right. This can't.
No, but I have been acting crazy, and I can't explain it. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I started working out again, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the. I'm not gonna say
Dildos?
those shake weights. No. I bought these elastics. They're like They're like different thickness elastics and different strengths.
Thick, all right, yeah.
And basically they represent different weights, and you can stack them up until 110 pounds. So you can do tricep workouts, bicep workouts, push-ups, any kind of workout there's different workouts online.
Seems like a smart purchase.
Yeah, so I've been doing that also because until the gyms open up. Oh, that's another question I have actually. I was thinking about it. What do you think is gonna be like once gyms open up?
Whoa, repeat that in English.
So let's say once the gyms open up again.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say people lost 3-4 months of their membership. Do you think gyms are going to give those away for free?
Depends
like
on
3-4 months.
Depends on the gym. You should talk with your gym. I mean,
You know.
I don't know if it's a good gym, like owner or whatever. It makes fucking sense. Like, I paid for a membership of X amount of time I wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the gym might come back and tell you it wasn't our fault. We would have been open. The government stopped
There's
us.
that also.
But
yeah.
what are you going to do? Go chase the government? You know what I mean? They technically were able to get... gyms actually should give you the 4 months. You know why? Because the government here said that they're allowed to take, loans and ask for money if, you lost business during that time.
Yeah.
If you're a big enough business. Like me, Pantelis Comedy is not a big enough business to warrant any of that. I'm not allowed to take any money from the government.
Yeah.
But gyms are allowed. They have
Okay.
payroll, all that. They're allowed. So if they fuck you over, it's kind of dirty because they're going to get paid for it anyway, the 4 months.
Okay.
So it does kind of suck that if they do that too. Yeah. Me here at the gym, I paid 2 years ago for a lifetime membership till like I'm 85. So to me, it doesn't make a difference.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. But yeah, I got those elastics to kind of like take my mind off shit and to, work out.
You ever thinking of hanging yourself with them if it gets too rough?
No.
If you had to hang yourself,
Yeah.
where in your house would you hang yourself that you're convinced that it won't break down? Like you can actually successfully hang yourself?
Nowhere.
What about off the balcony? Like you tie it around your neck
Well,
and then tie it around the balcony and then jump off.
I love how we're talking about my suicide.
Yeah.
I would never commit suicide. Okay.
Good that you say that on the show.
Yeah.
So if you do, they're going to think it was a murder.
But something freaked me out about my balcony the other day.
Saw your reflection
it does
in a pool of piss.
It does seem sturdy enough, but I noticed it's only bolted because there's 3 points of where it's bolted. The
Gabe
middle.
says that your resistance bands are condoms. Bro, they're stretchy.
I have seen where
They
it's
taste like my uncle.
Oh,
Yeah, go
God.
on.
What? I've noticed my balcony is missing 2 bolts.
Like the actual balcony.
The actual balcony, it's only bolted. The fence thing, it's only bolted in the middle. The 2 corners.
They're just loose.
No. There's just no more bolts.
Well, was there bolts there?
Yeah, because there's a hole where the bolts are supposed to be, but the bolts aren't there, and it's like kind of broken underneath there. So I'm like, man, if this middle bolt goes, I'm going with it. But it hasn't fallen so far, so I'm good.
Well, the whole balcony won't fall. You're just talking about the railing might fall over.
Yeah, because the balcony is attached to the building. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the rail falls over, I have an idea for you. Don't jump after it. And you're safe. How did you fall? Were you leaning on the railing? No, but the railing was falling over. I was like, no. I jumped with it. I said, you're not going alone, brother.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that is true, though. You rented this place a year ago, so you never noticed that the bolts weren't there.
Yeah.
What prompted you to notice this time? You were just staring. You're like, wait a second.
Yeah, I was having a cigarette. I was drinking a beer, and I'm like, and then I do this, and I said, and like it kind of freaked me out at first that I saw there was no bolt on the right side, at the right corner, and then I was like, yeah, that's a little strange. And then I look in the middle, there's a bolt there, and then I'm like, what the fuck? There's 2 bolts missing, motherfucker.
There, someone says that Dr. Filth is saying that someone's plotting your death in your own home. So now, basically, if you would do the suicide idea that I told you, you would jump over, and then the whole fucking railing would come with you.
Basically.
You might survive.
Well, I might survive the hanging, but then I won't survive the fall.
You might survive the fall, bro.
I doubt it. I'm a heavy guy, bro.
You land on something else.
Bro, I missed 1 step, bro, and my whole body imploded.
That is true when you
Me
fell.
falling, I'm a heavy
What
guy,
if you
bro.
land on something? Because I see in your backyard, like your backyard.
Like a car?
Because there I see all the time, there's cars, Muslims, there's all kinds of shit. You might land on someone.
And then it turns into a hate crime.
You think if you would land on one of the Muslims that are down there, you think you would get in trouble for hate crime?
Probably, yeah. The way my luck is.
I was trying to kill myself. Racist! Racist! He's a suicide bomber. He's trying to kill himself and take out one of them.
Yeah, the way my luck has it. Yeah,
And then right away you're going to be like, well, aren't they suicide bombers? Racist! You're like, God damn it, I can't win. I'm getting canceled and murdered at the same time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You think if you land, you know how they say, oh, I landed on, you think if you land on a person, they say it would break your fall? I don't know how that, I think then you would both die, no?
No, I saw something online the other day. I think it was a man. I don't remember what country this was. And I don't remember the full story exactly. But it was a man who did try to commit suicide. And then he landed on a woman, killed the woman, but he survived. And
Murder.
then he got charged for 3rd-degree murder, was it? Some shit like that. So wacky
Involuntary
story.
manslaughter.
Yeah, involuntary manslaughter. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
he could have won that case easily. You're here for involuntary manslaughter. He's like, Your Honor, it wasn't a man, it was a woman. And they're like, oh fuck, what a loophole. You're free to go.
imagine
You win this one, Steven. Touche.
that's like the argument when they tell you anything you say can and will be held against you, and then the person on the stand goes titties. And the lawyer goes, "Fuck, this guy's good." Oh shit.
So the underscore lobby is strong with you, Poseidon. The underscore
Uh-huh.
lobby is probably the ones trying to kill you, if I'm being honest. 'Cause I don't know, I was thinking about this, Poseidon. It's all this is wacky.
It is. I'm gonna tell you something even more wacky that I remember that I spoke about it yesterday, actually on my live stream.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna, your brain might melt with this. So
Oh boy.
do you remember Joe Rogan had Hotep Jesus on?
Hotep Jesus, yes.
That's a guest he had. I don't know if you know this guy.
When was this?
I think it was June of last year.
Okay, a year ago. Okay,
yeah,
go
so
on.
a year ago. And basically, this guy does not believe that.
The moon is real.
No, he doesn't believe that black people came over here on slave ships.
They came here on spaceships.
No, they were already here, he said. So he has a theory.
So slavery isn't real.
No, he says slavery is very real, but he says that they never came in with slave ships. They were already here.
Meaning
Meaning that basically, because I don't know, basically he's saying that history is a lie.
okay.
So it was never, because he said it was not economically viable for the white man to bring over black people as slaves on slave ships because the risk of them dying on them or whatever.
Oh.
So his argument was it's like weed, right? He goes, would you risk crossing the oceans, bring a ton of weed here, or just grow it here?
So they grew the black guys here.
So he's saying that no, there were already black people here, and then the enslavement happened.
So there was black guys here,
Yeah,
but the people that did live here, the natives, all that,
yeah,
never saw them.
something like that.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know exactly. My brain was melting, and I read the comments. It was not. I was dying of laughter because it didn't.
Poor guy, bro. Imagine
Yeah.
going on like the biggest show on the planet,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm retarded.
Oh, and then hold on. You want to laugh? It gets better. At
Yeah.
some point, he goes. And then Joe Rogan goes, yeah, but in history, it's recorded throughout all the years that there were black slaves on these ships. Like,
Yeah.
what are you saying?
That's who helped bring the ships over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes, bro, what does he say? He goes, yeah, but that's his story. What about my story? Bro. And I completely, like, my brain did this. I was like, what the fuck did he just
Bro,
say?
that is dumb. That's his
You know?
story. I'm waiting for her story.
So he's saying that basically that he doesn't believe that black people were brought over on slave ships.
But that doesn't make any sense.
I know.
It's like the flat Earth.
Yeah,
NASA's
basically.
lying. They have to lie. Why though?
Basically.
What does that change? Why would they lie about that? What does it change?
Yeah.
What does NASA have to gain? Right. Same thing with this.
Yeah.
But you tell me there was still slavery. Yep. Okay, so then they gain nothing. Why would they have lied about it? If anything, it makes them sound worse if they fucking stole you from another land and brought you here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have nothing to gain from it.
Yeah, this is idiocy.
Oh, but you know what I love about this whole flat Earth thing? I'm trying to picture the reactions of flat earthers when there was when they launched. They recently had like a space launch and they had a live feed showing the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to see flat earthers' faces watching that video,
They were probably
but watching it live.
Oh, they you know what happened?
Meltdown, right?
No, the same thing all idiots say. Fake, manufactured, fucking Fox News shit, like whatever the fuck they're saying. I don't know, but there's always an excuse. There's always an excuse with these people. There's always an excuse. If you refuse to live in reality, you're always going to find an excuse because it's easy. Once you stop living in reality and you start blaming underground conspiracies for everything, just blame it on them. Anytime something goes wrong, it doesn't go your way. Right? Elon Musk is good because he's going to go against the establishment. Elon Musk goes to space, shows that the Earth is curvature. Elon Musk has been bought and sold.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Just like me last time. Remember when they sent the story that I didn't have time to look at? You're part of the deep state, Pantelis.
What was that about?
It was this just thing. It was
yeah.
something in Toronto, like a Muslim grooming gang that was raping people.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
we didn't have Phil didn't have time to research it, so we just didn't
Yeah.
put it up that week. And you're part of the deep state. You remember that? I'm
Yeah, I
part of the
remember that.
fucking like the deep state went and recruited this idiot.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
You know what I find interesting though is what he showed us. He showed us that app there that you can use. Basically, if you find an article.
Yeah, there's an app Phil shared with us last night. I forgot what it's called, but it basically gives you all the news articles that are up, and you could search whether it's left-leaning, centrist, or
Yeah.
right-leaning. And what I found ridiculous is that it's come to that. It's come to the point where people are in the news like, what the who's trying to manipulate me today? Is this story left, right, or center? Do you know what I mean?
No.
When it was never meant to be that way. News was meant to be like, this is what happened. Objectively, this is what happened. Make your opinion, right? It used to be man was murdered in a gas station. Now it's white guy was murdered by a black guy. Was it a race crime?
Yeah, that
You get it.
clickbaity,
Yeah, that
clickbaity.
clickbait.
Oh,
But bro, what are you doing? Now you're creating this whole new narrative and you're
Yeah.
forcing people to argue. Fight. The facts are one guy killed another at this place over an argument or whatever. Put the facts up. People will assess and then we'll discover more. Don't make us lean into a certain way. And now that's all news does.
do you think that's gonna make them implode in a way? Like they're putting up all this
I don't know.
bullshit.
Dude, people are idiots, dude. Like, honestly, I thought that the majority of people would wake up by now, you know.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is, and especially who's guilty of it, is a lot of the older generation too that think that they're very smart. I see they're mostly on Facebook, and I see Facebook arguments. Like sometimes I'll scroll, and I'll see something, and right away I guarantee this has like a lot of comments. And I look at the comments, and there are a lot, and I look at the arguments being made. Idiots. There's two sides of dummies fighting over
Oh,
nonsense,
man.
and I'm just looking. I go, this is it. This is what it's come to.
I saw something that made me laugh.
Hmm.
I saw it was a poll of what's going to wipe out humanity, and then there were people you could have voted for Meteor, the volcano in Yellowstone,
Yeah.
Yellowknife. What's that
Yellowstone.
place? Yellowstone.
Yellowstone National Park.
Yellowstone National. Oh, Yellowknife is in Canada. It's somewhere
Yeah.
like up north here. Yeah, sorry. The Yellowstone thing, plague, and then it was human stupidity, and then human stupidity was at like 89%.
For sure.
So even
For
though
sure.
I think we're gonna be fine because even though there are a lot of stupid people out there,
No, we're not going to be fine.
No?
You know why? Because stupid people are still allowed to vote. Like, there's no rights that a smart person has over a stupid person. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So if there's 50 people around you and you're like, yeah, the earth is round, and the 50 people are like, it's fucking flat, get him. They rewrite history. They're like, the earth is flat. And the smart guy's in the middle looking like a doofus. Either he complies and says, yeah, you're right. It's flat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, interesting.
Kind of like now with what we were talking about before with the statues, and we're talking about Christopher Columbus. Any educated person, historians, teachers, should have been like, no, he didn't commit genocide. But they're all like, yeah, you're right. He committed genocide. He never committed genocide. What the fuck are you talking about? But they go with the mob because they're scared. Even though they know the truth, they're scared to say the truth in front of the mob for fear of repercussion. Right now with cancel culture, everything, everyone's scared of either getting canceled, getting attacked physically. They're scared of all that shit. So instead of saying the truth, they just say, what's convenient, And then we look like assholes. Then I look mean if I say this. I'm like, well, he didn't commit genocide. Fuck you, bro. You like killing natives? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
But I don't understand. Even if you say that, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand the logic. I can't comprehend in somebody's brain. If somebody listens to the shows you've done, they'll see that you've been against, especially with what they've been doing here in Canada to the natives and all that shit.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Okay. You've been against that, right? I'm against that too. I think it's a
Yeah,
normal
but facts,
thing.
you understand, facts don't matter nowadays, bro. It's not about actual facts, how you feel. It's about how they can spin it to go against you. That's what it is now. It's out of context clips. That's what they do now. They're not fighting on because they're not trying to prove a point in terms of finding truth. That's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to win an argument that they made up. So they're going to take enough supporting facts and then build a whole narrative around it.
And that's why they do that whole screaming in your face thing. When
They scream in your face because they don't have a real argument. It's the same type of people. Like, imagine you had a lawyer. You're sitting down in court, and you're like, fuck, I know that I didn't murder this person. How am I going to prove it, right? And the other lawyer's like, look, man, we got 3 witnesses that did it. That saw him kill, right? And then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked. There's 3 witnesses. And then your lawyer's defense is, I'll bring you 50 people that didn't see it. Yeah, that's not a real defense. That's it. Were they there? No, they weren't there. That's why they didn't see it. Yeah, then what the fuck are we doing? Why are you wasting my time? That's what they do. That's their defense. You know what I mean? Well, what? 3 people, you saw him do it? 50 people that didn't see shit. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's where we live in now. That's why I stopped really giving a shit about the whole, don't say this, cancel culture. Fuck off.
No.
Idiots are going to get the fuck out of here. I don't care. I'll stick with the truth. And they could fucking play their little LARPing with each other. They could LARP and pretend.
There's a positive in that also, but that will never last.
Which?
That stupidity. Like look at the autonomous zone type of bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
that kind of stuff doesn't. But you know what the thing is? It depends. Are they having kids? Are they educating other people? Are they in positions to educate other people? That's where the danger comes in, right? So if the stupidity will die with you, that's amazing. Like back in the day when it was like in nature, the dumb cavemen would die. You know? I bet you I can hug that bear. All right, that guy's dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now they can survive. They can have kids and then teach their kids stupid shit too.
Yeah, because we've made our environment super safe.
Yeah, and imagine growing up now and all you hear at home is the government, the American government, yeah, they're Nazis, Hitler, this and that, like crazy shit. And then you think that you're fighting Hitler by fighting your gut. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you believe in this weird world where that's your reality. You don't know any better. So you think you're doing the right thing.
Do you think fear also has a part to play in this?
Of course, yeah, they scare the shit. Dude, people thought when Trump won, don't you remember the lunacy? When Trump won, people were acting like the states is getting annexed in different sides. And basically the way Chaz is right now, that's how they were describing the entire United States being. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
Checkpoints and military, this and that, everything that they did now with Chaz. They were describing that's how that was going to happen in the States. Like, crazy. And the news, CNN, has a lot to do with that. They contributed to that fear because that's what they were spreading. It's a dark day for America. It's a dark this and that. Because the fucking host of The Apprentice won the election. That should have been just a ridiculous day. You're like, all right, we got to do better because literally anybody can win this thing. That's what it should have been. It should have been looked as like a funny moment.
Yeah.
But they scared people into thinking that this guy was fucking Hitler.
Oh my God, did you see that comparison they made with him holding up the Bible?
Another dumb move. Also, that wasn't even a real photo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Hitler never held the Bible and did that. That was a fake photo.
Nah.
No. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's all lunacy. That's like saying Hitler drank water. You know who else drinks water? Trump, that fucking Nazi. These are weird lines, dumb lines to draw. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, you could choose whatever you want. Like, why did the Unabomber, you know why he bombed stuff? He used fucking regular mail. You ever mail something? Yeah, you fucking bomber. You can't just pick something that he did that you also do and draw that comparison. It's fucking stupid.
Well, because you're right. Because by that logic, Hitler also had a dog.
Hitler had a dog.
So by that logic, every person that has a dog
is a Nazi.
That's
what Norm Macdonald had a funny joke about Hitler's dog, where he goes, even dogs just love everyone.
Yeah.
Hitler's dog thought that Hitler was the greatest person ever.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Hitler's dog didn't know.
Because a dog, if you feed it and show it love.
But Hitler's dog thought that he was the best ever.
Yeah.
Even Hitler had, a dog.
Yeah.
So even Hitler had something who's like, oh, this guy's the greatest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are stupid things to draw comparison to. They're very dumb. And yeah, don't fall for all the shit that you see when you saw the Bible. Don't fall right away for all that stuff. It's all clickbaity nonsense.
I've learned not to.
At first, I didn't even research it. I didn't even care if it was real or fake. I go, this is insane.
No.
They're still pushing this crazy narrative, which is just going to make people even more scared. If I didn't know any better and you told me that Justin Trudeau was, I don't know, fucking Nazi, he's going to take over the country, military, all that, I'd be fucking nervous too. And I'd be trying, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. If I break into some place, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. If I'm a low IQ person and I'm fucking scared, and that's what's happening now. They're scaring low IQ people. It's interesting. Let's see.
Anyways.
Yeah. Aziz says Hitler has nice Disney character drawing too. Yeah, man. Fucking Walt Disney was I think, wasn't Walt Disney a big anti-Semite? Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Cancel
Disney.
What's the story on him? Is he still frozen?
Well, why would he be unfrozen?
But like, how does that work? Like, is
How
it
does
true? No,
ice-
but like, hold on. I'm trying to collect all my thoughts. Because a lot of times what happens to me is like I have a lot of thoughts in my head, and they're kind of like a tornado, and they're all bumping into each other, and they all come out.
It's a form of mental retardation. Go on.
So, is he still alive?
Is that a serious question, or do you want me to fucking slap you in the face right now?
No, because he was frozen, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean he's dead or he's alive?
You tell me.
I don't know. Hold on. 'Cause
Hold on, no. Put your fucking phone down. Put your phone down. Put your fucking phone down. You tell me right now, if I fucking freeze you,
Yeah,
are you alive or dead?
I'm dead.
You stupid motherfucker. You stupid
No,
motherfucker.
but I mean, could he be
and
resuscitated?
also, I don't even think that he's under ice. I think all they froze was either his head or his brain, and it was I don't think it was his full body.
Uh-huh.
I think they froze his head or his brain, and the reason was if ever they figure something out about him or some shit like how to bring back someone like using their brain cells or whatever the fuck. That's what it was supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
I
I,
don't
didn't
even
even know
think-
that. I heard that. Well, I read that they just froze him completely, like Austin Powers style frozen.
I don't think he was frozen. Maybe he was frozen fully, but I remember something about it was just to see, like he knew he was dying. Like it wasn't like I'm gonna hit pause. It was just in case, because people even back then were discussing about how your consciousness works and how it's not your heart, it's your brain that holds everything, which now we know is true. It's really your brain that makes you you. So they were talking about it's like, well, what if they can bring him back, type of thing. That's all it was. But I don't even know if he actually did that. He discussed that, but he might have never been frozen.
Interesting.
But because people used to discuss a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he ever did it. Let's see. Gary says it's not true. He was cremated. I don't know if Gary's right either, but maybe he was cremated. Yeah, because I don't think they. Let's see. Kim Jong Un's father and grandfather are frozen. Yeah, some people get frozen, but they're not actually alive. They're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of freezing and all that stuff, I discovered something for weight loss.
Oh, what is it?
It's called cryotherapy. Have you heard about that?
It's therapy where you cry.
No. It's like a cryo.
No, I know. It's a cryogenic chamber. Cold.
yeah.
It helps
like-
you get rid of fat.
Yeah, basically it's like 100 minus 180 degrees or some shit.
Seems healthy.
Yeah, and basically what that does is, from what I understand, is
It was very cold, bro. You fucking sweat your balls off.
you basically, what they do is they give you these mittens so your fingers don't fucking fall off. They warm up your extremities, and they put you in there for about 2 minutes.
What about the rest of your body?
You have a towel.
So why you only care
you-
about your extremities? What about the rest of your body? What about if your dick falls off?
Well, no, that's why you have a towel.
So the towel protects the rest of your body, but for your hands you need
Basically,
mittens.
you can only stay in there for a maximum of 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because then you start to have, after the 2 minutes,
Hypothermia.
yeah, basically that's what starts to happen. So what they do is they throw you in there for about 2 minutes.
They throw you, bro. They launch you. Why
No,
don't
but they don't throw you, but you know what I mean. Okay, so they open the door, you walk in.
Good.
They open the door for you, you walk in, and you stand there for about 2 minutes. You don't sit, stand there. And what that does is I don't know how to explain this because they explain it very sciencey, but like I'm not very sciencey, so like I'm gonna butcher this right now.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be interesting.
Basically, what happens is it activates fat burning cells in your body.
It activates fat burning cells.
Yeah, from what I understood, because what happens is what keeps you warm in your body apparently is the fat. So what happens
Yeah,
is
but
got
you have fat cells. I don't think you have fat burning cells. I think you burn fat by exercising.
I have no clue.
I don't think there's a cell that is a fat burning cell, is there?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Go on.
And what happens is when you get cold, is your cells in your body, they're as soon as you step out, they're gonna try and warm you up again. And what they do, they need energy, right? What they do is they go and grab the fat that you have. That fat is just stored energy, basically. So they go and they grab the fat that you already have, and you lose something like 800 to 1,500 calories per session.
Okay.
So apparently, people are doing that to lose fat, to lose weight.
Wait, are you losing calories or are you losing fat?
Fat.
What?
That's the video I watched. That's how they explained it. That's how I understood it. So basically, so your body can warm up again.
How much does it cost?
Oh, that's interesting. I never looked at it
So why did you bring it up?
because I found it very interesting.
But if you found it interesting and you thought it was a viable thing for you, why wouldn't you look at how much it costs?
Cryotherapy.
You know what I'm saying? If it's
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, weight loss price. Hold on. Oh, cost. There you go.
2 G's.
Oh shit. It's not that expensive.
I'm listening.
$65 per session. Oh, at Jim's place. Never mind.
You go to some guy's house? You can go to some guy's house, bro.
That's what it says. It says.
You can go to some guy's house.
Hold on. It says
So this is what happened.
it's $65 per session at Jim's place.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna, he's gonna be like,
He's gonna
"Look,
put you in a freezer.
put these ice cubes on your nipples while I suck your dick." What are you doing? I'm sucking the fat out of your dick, bro. Why are you making it weird?
no, bro.
Yeah, you go ahead with Jim, bro. Walk into his fridge together.
Oh my
You're
God.
both wearing Speedos.
A single session typically costs between $60 and $100, and the cost depends on the market. In Chicago and LA, for instance, cryotherapy tends to be closer to $60, whereas in New York, it tends to be closer to $100.
Okay.
And then there's in parentheses, it's $65 per session at Jim's place. like we're supposed to know.
Fucking Jim, bro.
Like we're supposed to know. Now,
Bro, Jim is running some kind of fucking dick sucking enterprise. Shh, it's not gay if it's cold, bro. Oh yeah, okay.
now here's my question: what if you go for one of these sessions, right?
Yeah. And you gain weight instead. Can you sue them? I gained all this ice weight, bro.
Winter weight.
Bro, what happened exactly? I don't know. The fat cells just froze up, and now I just have a really hard stomach. Science is trying to figure it out still.
But what if you walk into one of those cryotherapy places, right?
Yeah.
And they close the door
Yeah, and they kill you.
and they can't open it.
Honestly, you wake up in the future is what happens.
Like in Futurama.
Yeah. What happened? We've been trying to thaw you for 56 years. 56 years? Where's all my friends? They're all dead, sir. They're all dead.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, that is fucking... So you didn't even check if you can do it in Montreal, apart from your buddy Jim's house.
There is.
You
No, they're
should-
comparing Jim's place somewhere in Chicago or whatever.
You should invest $1,000. Go
Hold
do
on.
it at least 10 times, see if
Hold
it
on.
works.
Let's see, Montreal.
Like, I'm wondering if it's even worth it. Like, how much fat does it actually burn? And is it proven or is it theoretical?
Oh, but I don't trust the Montreal ones because it's just wait, cryo sauna.
Oh, shit.
Oh, but this is creepy, bro. There's no window. The video I saw. It was like this giant.
What do you mean it's creepy if there's no window? Sometimes there's no window. I mean, we have a window here, but our 2 drink minimum
Basically-
studio doesn't have a window.
No. What I mean is, it looks like they're putting you in a coffin.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's how, like, dude, Joe Rogan goes into one of those cryo chambers.
Yeah.
It's not for cold. It's just he just sits in it and thinks.
Oh, the one with the salt water there.
yeah,
that
whatever
you
the fuck
float.
it's called. I don't know why I called it. It might not be called cryo chamber. It's called something chamber.
Yeah.
And he just float.
Isolation.
Isolation tank.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. And he just floats there for like an hour. So and he's fine. So he does that shit. So people, that shit's fine.
Yeah.
Why do you want windows? You're
Well,
just trying to show people your pepperoni nipples. It's so cold in here.
No, because the one that I saw online, they had like this giant thing, and it looked like a.
Oh yeah, Gary
giant
says,
window.
Poseidon, have you ever tried to just burn fat the old-fashioned way, with a blowtorch?
And then I can eat it too.
No,
Like
you go
bacon?
next to. You don't burn your body, you dipshit.
No.
You go to a hot flame, you go next to it, and you let yourself sweat and burn it out.
You mean like a sauna?
Well, if you want to get technical.
Yeah. Well, I like the thing is me. I have a very hard time doing cardio like treadmill and all that shit. I fucking
you're
hate
lazy.
that shit.
So here's the thing.
But I like fighting sports.
Okay, I don't know why you keep bringing that dumb stuff up. Why don't you figure out where they're doing it in Montreal, and then you can go test it out and tell me if it works.
What the cryotherapy?
Yeah, I'll go. Then I'll go lose some ass weight or something. I'll tell them just ice my butt.
No, I think once the gym reopens up, I'm gonna start hitting the gym again.
No, but you brought this up. Why not actually test it out?
Oh, like with a camera and everything.
No, bro, you fucking you're a walking circus, bro. You want to lose fat and you're lazy, and someone's offering you the opportunity to lose fat without exercising lose a bit of fat.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you test it out to see if it's real? Like you're so lazy to exercise, you're even lazy to try something that asks you
Well,
not
no,
to
because
exercise.
this is not for people who are obese. This is people trying to lose an extra bit of, people who have already lost weight
Yeah,
and they're trying to lose that little bit of extra love handle.
you don't
type
have a
shit.
bit of extra love handle.
No, but I mean, mine is too much, so I haven't gotten. You first need to, you need to It's to tighten people up more, basically.
Interesting. So you're saying is it doesn't actually work? It's mental.
Possibly. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist, bro. I don't know.
You should do saunas though. I want to start getting back into saunas and stuff.
Saunas are apparently very healthy because they get rid of all the toxins.
Yeah. And you got a lot. Fucking Jim Siemens coming out of your fucking pores. Poseidon, what is that? Bro, I tried this new cryo thing. Turns out it's just me crying while somebody shoves his dick in my mouth. Who's the guy? This guy, Jim. He's got a big freezer.
He's got his business is called Jim's Place.
Yeah, he's got a big freezer in his house, a meat freezer. And then I was there, and he put his meat in my mouth, and it's not what you think. Hurts my feelings. Yeah, I wouldn't pay for that. People are saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay for that either.
Yeah, it's not flat love handles. But you should do more saunas and stuff. I haven't done that in a long time. Sauna, I used to love sauna.
I wanna do swimming. Swimming is awesome.
Yeah, why don't you swim?
Well, everything's closed, bro.
Why don't you go to YMCA, the indoor pool?
Isn't it closed?
Yeah, but dude, what are they gonna do once you're in the water? They're gonna fish you out.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what I did once? I went to the pool there. Same thing. Like I realized that they can't do anything. Like at the pool at the YMCA, like they'll tell you, but they can't do anything. Like unless you're doing something dangerous and they have to come in. What are they gonna do? They're gonna tell you, "Hey, don't swim that fast. Keep swimming fast." What are they gonna do?
Wait, that's a rule though?
Yeah, they have rules on different lanes, like how fast you can go. Dude, even my mom did that too. My mom rebelled against them once because she goes in the afternoons. It's true, my mom's a big rebel. She rebels against them, and she was swimming. She was swimming for like 5 minutes, and then they blew a thing. They go everybody out because we have to have 2 lifeguards at a time, or else the other one can't jump in. Like if there's only one lifeguard, they can't jump in. Which I don't know. I don't understand what the fuck that.
Wait, what? Hold on.
If there's only one lifeguard,
yeah,
he can't jump in because I guess there's no one watching his back. Like I don't know how the fuck that works. Okay.
Why not? He's supposed to be a lifeguard.
But
He's
that's
the expert.
Thing. So I'm almost like, that sounds stupid. No, I'm not. And then the guy's like, well, you have to get out, ma'am, because we can't have another lifeguard, this and that. And I was like, so can you jump in and get me out? And he's like, no. And she's like, okay. And she kept swimming.
Your mom's amazing, bro.
And the guy apparently just walked off. He was like,
well, what is he gonna do?
No, what's he gonna do?
He's gonna hop in there, carry an old lady.
He's like, can you jump in and pull me out? He's like, no. She's like, all right. And she just kept swimming. And then she came back and she told me, she's like, these motherfuckers, you know? And she fucking told me, and I go, what'd you do? She's like, I asked him if he could pull me out. And he's like, no, he can't. So what'd you do? I kept swimming. And he never said anything. No, they went up. They were giving me dirty looks, but what are they going to do? I finished my fucking swim, like I guaranteed. Like that's what I wanted to do at lunchtime. When I was done, when I was fine and ready, I went out, took my shower, like normal. Did her thing.
That's amazing.
Didn't give a fuck. She asked, can you come in and pull me out? The guy's like, no. He's like, all right. You just fucked up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's a little rebel.
Your mom's amazing, bro.
Yeah, she pisses people off. Yeah. But what a dummy. Don't tell her that.
But I think also if that happened to me, let's say I worked as a lifeguard, like I wouldn't even get mad at that point. I'd be like,
yeah, they were trying to explain to her. So what happened was she was saying that they were waving at her and some other lady that was in there. And the other lady and the other people that were in there all got scared and left because they told them to leave. So my mom had the whole pool to herself. So they were all saying this. So my mom asked, she goes, well, are you closing down? Whatever. The guy goes, no, the other lifeguard didn't show. Something like that. And they said, we have to have 2 lifeguards. I was looking at it like, what? You know, when he said to Coral, the other guy can't jump in if there's not another lifeguard. So I was like, what the? So can you jump in and pull me out? No. It's like, fuck you. I'm already in here. What do you think? I came all this way. I did all this thing. And now I got in for 2 minutes. I'm going to leave. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
You know, if I was the lifeguard and that happened to me, honestly, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be telling my colleagues, I'm like, bro, this old lady's a fucking gangster. Bro. Don't fuck with her. You know, like, cause the thing is, I've worked in customer service all my life.
Yeah. And you appreciate a good gangster.
Exactly. I've always had crafty people like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, and I'm like, oh, I can't even hate. It's like, how do you hate? It's like, I respect that. I like it. You know? Fuck, man.
Yeah, she's a little rebel, her. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But I remember they can't do any, like they can't assault you anyway. Yeah. So I remember me with the fast thing. I was like, I'm not even going that fast, but I'm not that fast of a swimmer. What the fuck? Like, because it was the medium stuff. Like, how are you gauging this? You know, they're just slower than me.
Hold on, you know what I just pictured? I just pictured a lifeguard with a speed radar.
Yeah.
And he's like,
bro, you're too fast, bro. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not even going that fast. What the fuck? Like, you're trying to get me to switch lanes. I'm not doing it. Fuck you. What are they going to do? And then they just stop. Unless, I guess, maybe if I would swear, fuck you, maybe then they would start some shit. But I'm like, nah, bro, fuck off. Like, I'm just swimming. Yeah. What are they going to do? He's not going to jump in. Most people are like, oh, fuck this, but I don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not drowning anyone.
No.
Yeah. You got to know. You got to know how to do it. But I'm not as good as my mom. My mom's a real gangster. She doesn't fuck around.
But also, The negative to that, if you piss them off, let's say you are drowning.
You know what mom's done, bro? She's at the grocery store, bro. The grocery store, she's yelled at like a metro at them to switch cashiers because the cashier was being a bitch to her.
No.
So why are you giving me attitude? The cashier was giving me attitude. Like, do you know how much this costs? Like, there's no price. She's like, it's not my fault. You guys fucked up. And then she called the manager. She's like, can you give me a fucking cashier that has some respect? What the fuck is this bitch's problem?
No.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of stuff like that. Yeah. That's who she is. She doesn't.
Mom's
she's
a
like
gangster, bro.
Yeah. She even did one thing that I actually felt bad because I was there to see this, and I actually felt fucking bad. She has a I don't know if it's a rivalry, but there's a woman that works at this metro here who she's an older lady too. She works there at the cash, and she dresses eccentric.
The cashier?
Yeah, and if you've been there, you may have
That's
seen her.
fine.
Like she's an old, and she always dresses like as if she's almost wearing a costume.
That's a little too much.
Yeah, like a lot of fucked up stuff, sparkles here, this and that. She's an older lady.
That's just fucking weird.
It's just weird. And my mom always comments that it's weird. But one time I was there and I was like, oh, what do I do now? Like I'm trapped with two old ladies like basically insulting each other because I'm there and she's like looking at her and my mom's staring at her. She's scanning the item. She's staring at her. She looks at me. She looks back at her. She's like, is it fucking Halloween? What's going on? But loud. Like the lady heard her. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck do I say? I'm like, Ma, in Greek, I'm like, Ma, calm down. And then she's like, she's just saying about my mom, like, you can have a little bit of respect. Like, look, it's still talking to me. What is it? Scan the items. Like, so, like just being like super bitch. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, man.
And then they're leaving. She's like, no, you can have a bit more respect. Mom's grabbing her item. She's like, thank you, dummy. Like, just like, it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, they're just swearing at each other. They're just being like passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And I was there the whole time. I was like, old people fighting. And then I asked my sister. My sister's like, yeah, she does that shit all the time. Fights with everyone. She does that shit all the time. She's just like, she'll just say it. She'll be like, what the fuck is this? Like, she'll see something stupid and she'll just call it up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to be around those sometimes, like in public, like especially if she's like that. I find that she was wrong. Like she's making fun of that lady.
Yeah.
I find that my mom is wrong, but I find it hilarious. But the lady's not doing anything wrong,
Yeah.
And then when the lady's talking back, I wasn't mad because I was like, well, my mom started this.
Yeah.
Like she clearly started this. She's like, it's a fucking Halloween. Look at this thing. Like just, it's just, yeah. It's just something
I'm
else,
laughing because I picture your mother just, with her accent.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well,
Halloween?
you see her last time we went to the grocery store. You were there when you were laughing because it looked like with her sunglasses.
Oh, that was amazing. Bro. You know what though?
How was that? Describe that from you looking from the outside, not knowing what she's like. Like, just she watched her sunglasses on. She wouldn't take them off inside.
It looked like she was up to something.
Yeah.
It looked like she was there to investigate. Because she had the long coat also,
yeah,
right?
She has her head up like.
Yeah. And she looks down on everyone.
Yeah. And she's short. It's a little thing. Yeah. She's like a cartoon character. Yeah.
Oh, God bless her.
But you know why she's wearing her sunglasses?
Why?
I found out because I was like, why are you wearing them inside? You look like a mobster. You look like you're going to break some other old lady's legs. She's like, oh, because there's a prescription. I'm not going to take them out and put the other one. It's so I could see. I was like, oh, fuck it. Just because you're like this the whole time, it looks like you're just being an asshole. Yeah. She's like, no. She's like, because I have my other ones at home. So I could see.
Yeah.
Because they're prescription sunglasses.
Okay.
I thought they were like regular sunglasses. She's fucking, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I didn't know that either.
That's why she wore them inside. Yeah, me, I thought she was just being an asshole. She's like, no, what am I going to do? I want to see things. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, man.
No filter, this lady. No filter. Does whatever she wants.
Amazing. That's amazing.
It's hilarious. Yeah, she'll go to places like that, and then she'll tell me, "You'll never believe what happened today." Like even bus drivers, she'll yell at everybody. If somebody fucks around, she'll call. You know how the people like sit back or whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't do that. She's very independent. You have to wait for the next bus. Fuck you! I'm waiting for the next bus. She goes, "I'm fucking getting this." Like she's that kind of.
Shit.
Yeah. She's that kind of person. So who the fuck are you? No. Yeah, bro. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh shit. Bro.
Yeah, she's done it many times. Yeah.
But you know what?
Seldom is she wrong.
But also like, put yourself in the shoes of like, I don't know, some other person, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
But
fuck with
she
her.
stands up for everyone.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah,
I love
everyone.
that.
She doesn't
I
give a
love
fuck.
that.
The second she yells at people for the funniest is there was a guy in the bus. This was on the 161 years ago. Young guy, probably how old I am now, or maybe a bit younger.
Yeah.
Sitting down, okay. So I haven't been on a bus in forever, so I don't know if the buses are still like this. But back in the day, you'd walk in the bus here in Montreal. On the right, you have the single seats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bro, isn't there a fucking young guy fucking around talking whatever, and he's sitting, and there's a bro, a woman about to explode on top of him.
Oh man.
My mom's standing up. She's watching. She lets 10, 30 seconds of watching that. She goes, hey, dummy, you don't fucking see this pregnant lady. Get the fuck up right now. Bro, a little lady like this. The guy's like, what the fuck? Get up. What are you fucking, get up. Who acts like this? The lady's like, oh my God, merci, madame, thank you. Sits down, and instead of being like, thank you, she's like, who are you? Where were you raised? Like, who the fuck lives like this? Like, you're not ashamed of yourself. Like, you don't see that she's fucking pregnant. She's just giving him shit. Giving him
Amazing.
shit.
I
Yeah, the
love
guy's
that.
like, you went to the back of the bus and got off.
Yeah.
Because people were looking at him after. He got embarrassed. Because there was a little lady telling him, like, what are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck up. Let her sit. Get the fuck up.
That's amazing.
It wasn't like a, excuse me, sir. It was like, what the fuck are you doing? It was like kind of like I'm talking, but with an accent, you know? Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. She does shit like that, her. Someone's going to attack her one day, bro.
No, they wouldn't dare. Oh. You know why?
Yeah.
What do you, it's a little old lady. What is he gonna do? Let's say first of all, somebody, let's say that happens. Knock on wood. Bro, they have you. They have me coming after them, bro. Yeah.
You want, no, but they don't know me. You want to? I'm gonna tell you something funny. Her friends from work were friends from work. So she used to work at the hospital in Côte Saint Luc. This is a good because it was her friends that told me this one day. I didn't even know because when I found out I got mad at her for getting into a car with a stranger. It was during like one of the snowstorms. Buses weren't fucking passing. People were waiting there. It was cold. Buses weren't fucking. People were getting pissed. My mom was getting pissed too. This fucking bro, a lady. She looked crazy. Stops the car in front and says, "Does I know there's no. I just want to help people. I just want to help. I just want to help." She's yelling. Does anybody want to take a ride with me? I'll take you guys on the bus route wherever you're going. So people are looking and like friends. My mom was like, "Let's take the car with her." It's like, no, she's crazy. No, it's scary. It's creepy. I was like, "Fuck that, bro. No, I'm not scared." Goes and sits in the front. Goes in the lady's car. Crazy lady. The lady's driving on Van Horn. My mom's telling her where she's gonna drop her off, and the lady tells my mom, "Aren't you worried? Everybody else is worried. Like I could be crazy. What if I kill you? This and that." And my mom says, "Don't worry. There's no way you're fucking crazier than me. You should be worried about me." Bro, the lady apparently didn't say a word for the whole car ride until she dropped off my mom. Bro, that's how I found this. She went in the car, and then I found out from her friends. One of her friends, she's a Haitian woman. That was like her best friend for years. She had come over to the house, and she had said it to me. She's like, "Did you know that she had walked into the?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah." She got, and I told him. She's like, "Yeah, whatever. I fucking told her. You're not as crazy as me." And none of this. And I was like, "What the fuck? Don't get into cars with fucking strangers." She's like, "I did it once. It was a fucking lady. I wasn't scared. I could be. Like, I saw her. I could take her." And I was like, "Don't do that kind of like." Because in my head, I go, "I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Somebody chloroforms you. Don't get into cars with strangers." She's like, "It was fucking cold. The bus wasn't coming." Yeah. And none of her friends, everybody refused to get in because they were scared. And she's like, "Fuck this bitch."
Bro, your mom is a gangster,
Yeah.
bro.
Because you're not as fucking crazy as me. You should be worried about me. And the lady fucking stayed quiet the whole time.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a fucking. She could have her own like if I think about all her like stuff that she's done and said and all that stuff, she's like a character. She could be a character in something.
Yeah.
You know, like in a movie, there could be a character based on her.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because of her stature, her size, and everything. Like she's just a little lady. Like she's not like a fat lady. She's just a little, But her fucking her heart, like her attitude, very imposing. Doesn't take shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I think gives her that power? That lack of fear.
Yeah, she doesn't have that.
She has a complete lack of fear, and it just gives her this tremendous power that other people don't have because they don't have the same lack of fear. You know what I mean?
Doesn't. Little gangster. Never scared of anything.
Fuck, that's crazy.
No. You'd think, doesn't have. Let's see here. Marie Renee says, "Don't patronize your mom." I never patronize my mom. What are you talking about? I like my mom. Yeah, Pantel says, "Mom over." Yeah, she was never scared. Never scared. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Never, yeah. Even though I don't agree with her that car ride too. Like that's fucking.
Yeah.
Like even me, I wouldn't take it. Like I don't want to go with a fucking stranger. Like
Yeah, exactly. I don't agree either, but
Yeah,
like
but
that's,
she's like, it's fucking cold. She goes, the bus isn't coming.
She's-
Fuck that, man. I want to go home.
fuck.
Yeah. Crazy little lady. Anyways, those are mom stories. But yeah, my mom has her own. My sister knows more, like, because my sister's older than me. So my
Yeah.
mom would do crazier shit too when, like, I was younger. My sister probably remembers. Yeah. Doesn't fuck around, bro. It's hilarious. I remember she used to come home with stories all the time. Like, this happened. I'm like, what the fuck? What life are you living? And then when I would see it firsthand, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, what do I do now? Like, what do I say? The grocery store is the funniest thing. Like, she argues, or people with, like, fucking with her, like, she'll just take over the whole lane sometimes. She'll just put her thing and do her stuff, and people are like, trying to move, madame. And she's like, all right, wait. She's just, like, she's not like, I'm sorry I fucked up. She's like, yeah, just fucking wait, bro. Why are you in a hurry? Just fucking wait. Wait till I'm done, and then you can resume your date.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of that
fuck.
stuff, yeah.
That's amazing.
Nah. You should become like that.
Like your mom.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Eric Thomas says he's off to work. Oh, he's working tonight. Great show, guys. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, we're almost done here, too. We're going to wrap it up in a bit. Seen a meme recently. It's basically that. But the girl says, what are the chances there are 2 serial killers in the same car? Dude, it's very much like that meme now that I'm thinking. It's very, like, her defense was, the reason I'm not scared of you is because you should be scared of me. That was her defense, basically.
Yeah.
You know? And, which is a good defense, really, because she could pull that off. She could pull it off, especially another older lady. They don't have the same, but she looked. My mom says she looked wacky. Like she looked like not dangerous.
Yeah.
She just looked like a wacky
just
lady.
like a weirdo.
Oh, she's giving rides to strangers because the bus isn't coming. That's not a normal thing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I've done that just for people I know. Like sometimes I'll see like my friend's mom or something. I'll be like, "Oh, shit, at the bus stop. Where are you going? I'll take you." Oh, okay, you get it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go to a stranger and be like, "Hey, waiting for the bus." Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I can take you where the bus is going. They'd be like, "Yeah, no thanks, bro." You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't do it to a stranger. So she has to be some level of weird. But yeah, no fear. No fear. Fucking.
I think honestly, even a grown ass man would have a hard time with your mother.
Yeah, she's very
like
because she doesn't.
If that's her character, imagine somebody actually does get.
Yeah, because she's not. You ever have friends or family members that are lifelong victims? They're always the victim. This happened to me, and they fucked me over here, and they fucked me over here. That's not her.
Yeah.
She'll always be like, "What the fuck did you say?" No, you know, plane rides, anything. She'll be like, "No, what do you mean? Why? Fuck you. No, I signed up for this. I signed." Like she's not like, "Well, all right, I guess I got fucked over again." She doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Because she can't stand injustice. First of all, if she sees it or whatever, you know, how they talk about call out injustice, like all these stars and all that are acting. That's been my mom's entire life. Doesn't matter what it is, she'll jump right in. Doesn't think about anything. Just jumps right in. But what the fuck is this? What's going on here? You should be ashamed of yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Like she's that person. Like her whole entire life. That lady's. That's who she is. Yeah, she actually lives that life.
Interesting.
Yeah, the thug life didn't choose her. She chose it, bro.
I don't think the thug life had a choice, bro.
Yeah, no, I think she chose it. She's like, no, this is me. Yeah, she doesn't. She lock your doors, bro. She doesn't fucking fuck around. Let's see here. Marie says, nice people like that too. I gave her a ride. Let's see. I gave her a ride for her bravery. Lock your doors. Logical granny. Dun, 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 dun. Good night, Eric. This happened to me once. An old lady jumped in my car at a red light. What? Giggity. An old lady jumped in your... Yeah, that's a different story. That's... Goddamn, that's fucking wacky. One time a lady almost went in my... Like, the wrong car. Like, she tried to open my door, and I looked at her, and she's like, oh, shit, wrong car.
That's happened to me a few times also, yeah.
But I've never had someone... My mom once went in the wrong car. I was waiting for her, and I saw her go to the wrong car behind me, and I saw the guy stare at her, just looking at her weird. She sat down and then got spooked, and he came out and came to my car. She's like, I went in the wrong car. And I was watching the whole time. Like, it was literally one behind each other like this, and I was watching her go in the wrong car, and then freak out, and the guy freak out, and then her come out and come to mine.
That's amazing.
And then tell me the story that I just watched. I was like, yeah, no, I'm here. I just saw it happen. She's like, that was crazy.
I had once, this one time, I came home from work late. A lot of times what I would do if I had a rough day, I would just chill in my car a bit, play some music before I go into the house because I don't want to make noise. But play it low, smoke a cigarette. After cigarette, go in. So I finish smoking a cigarette, I throw it out. Does that? I roll up my window. There, I'm looking at my phone. I turn around, bro. This lady came up to my car door. She's just pressing the unlock button and she's trying to open my door. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? So, bro, I just full
Straight face.
face. I roll down the window. I go,
Can I help you?
can I help you? And then she pulls off one of the, she starts freaking out and runs off.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Seriously, it's a...
Oh, man, this one time this freaky thing happened once, and I went into fight mode. Oh, man. So
in the car?
I had just stepped out of the car. Oh, man. So there was at some point, so on my block there, there's this kid that was thought it was a big shot drug dealer. So
You're talking about the guy who lived in the basement?
No. This is another kid, and I think some big shot drug dealer. And basically, one time I think there were undercovers. They were trying to arrest him.
Okay.
And I step out of my car, bro. I step out of my car and I lock the door. And this guy comes because you know where the parking lot is, where I used to live at my mom's place.
Yeah.
But he was going between those cars and he was being all sneaky, right? was being all sneaky, bro. I thought he was trying to sneak up on me, bro. But the guy's a cop, and he's sneaking up, and he passes me, and I go, "Let me ask you a fucking question, bro. Who the fuck you think you are, bro?" Like this. Sneaking about, you trying to sneak up on me, bro?
Yeah,
like
because you thought he was trying to attack you.
Yeah, yeah. And he goes, "Shh, no, I'm sorry." And he does this. He shows his badge. I go, "Oh, my bad, bro." I walk away. Because as soon as he showed me the badge,
Everything
it all clicked. Because then especially like I've even had actually funny thing. I've had while I'm smoking, cops come up to my car, like, "Let me ask you, fucking, why are you smoking here?" I go, "This is my car.
Yeah.
This is my parking spot. I live right there.
Yeah.
What's your problem?" And he goes, "Yeah, prove it to me that
I don't have to prove
that's
shit.
where you live."
I don't have to prove shit. Did I do anything wrong? Get the fuck out of here. That's
And
what
I
you
go,
gotta say.
I know, but you know what? Also at the same time, I'm like, "Oh fuck, whatever." Here sometimes, so I show him my license. Like, "Okay, yeah, you live here."
Oh man,
I
be like, am I doing something wrong? Tell me what I'm doing wrong.
I go, "Now let me ask you, what's this about?" He goes, "Do you know anything about you know that kid there that always wears the red pants?"
What a stupid thing to ask someone that.
Bro,
always
and I go, "Excuse me," and then he goes,
do you know the thing about the kid with the red
"Yeah." I
pants?
go, what about him?" He goes, "So I heard he's you know, he does stuff. Are you connected to him?"
Who in their right mind would answer?
Bro, but this guy looked like a dummy. You know those soldier haircuts, kind of like that.
Like the buzz cut.
And I was dressed from work, you know, in a tie.
Yeah.
And I look at him. I go, "Man, there's no way you just asked me that." Like I got angry inside.
Who's this kid with the red pants?
This brown kid.
Uh,
He's a drug dealer. I could tell. You know,
Yeah,
you
you
could yeah.
I like that he asked that. Like, what a stupid cop.
And bro, I was so inside
Fucking
me.
cop of the year. Let me ask you, bro. Are you a criminal? Yes. Fuck. Case closed.
Bro,
guys.
inside me, I was like, and I was dressed with a tie and everything. I was like, what? Do I just fucking like? I wanted to insult him, but I'm like, I shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was like, so.
But
what
also,
I,
don't give him too much power.
No,
Tell
no.
him.
What I answered
tell him,
was-
what am I doing wrong?
No, but what I answered.
No. But instead of giving your ID, sometimes don't be aggressive. Just be
Yeah.
like, am I doing something wrong? Just tell, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I could have done that also.
And then when he says, like, I don't know, you're loitering where you're not supposed to be. No, this is my spot. I'm supposed to be here.
No.
Next, what else you got? Put him in his place next time.
Yeah,
You don't,
yeah.
Some people think they have to swear. No, that's gonna lead to problems.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You don't need to just tell him. Okay, what am I doing wrong, officer? You're loitering where you're not supposed to be. Loitering. This is my spot. I'm here at my spot. That's clearly not wrong. What else? And then normally they have nothing.
Yeah, but also I get very annoyed. When I
Yeah.
get annoyed, I could swear and be aggressive.
Yeah.
So I calmed myself down. I was like, whatever.
It's like if they
just,
come
you
in
know.
your house, like you're not supposed to be in someone else's house. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm in my house. Get the fuck out of here. So Poseidon, the Poseidon69, they're gonna find you
Yes,
on Twitter and Instagram.
exactly.
He should have shot on him. Yeah, his defense.
No, but I didn't finish that story actually. Finally, what ended up happening, I just told him, "No, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Leave me alone." And I just walked into my house.
That's the end of the story that you had to tell us. That changed everything. Thank
That
God you
changed
told us
nothing.
that. We were left on a cliffhanger. We're like, did he make out with the cop or not? We need to find out. So evidently you didn't. Okay. Today is Obama Appreciation Day, apparently, on Trump's birthday. That's interesting, too. They're both presidents. They both have that in common. Plot twist. Oh, there's Phil Balabanos in the chat at the end. So, yes, Suzukud should be fun when it comes out for everyone with our boy here, Poseidon. Tomorrow, for the patrons, I'll probably go live when I do a podcast with Mike, and I'll put it up actually later tomorrow because it was supposed to be, my Alex Jones interview was supposed to be my podcast for tomorrow, but since that was postponed, I'm gonna do it with Mike. It'll be fun. So thank you guys for checking that out. Remember, patreon.com, right? Patreon.com is where you're gonna go /Pantelis. And you could sign up, become a patron. We're giving away shirts if you're a boss member. More shirts than we promised. Promised one, but we already shipped out 10 shirts last week, so we never hold that number. There's no reality to that number. It's a lie. The number says one a month. We're never going to go to just one a month. We just say one a month, so that's the bare minimum. We guarantee that, but then we give out shirts to everyone almost. So head over, become a boss status member if you want to become any member. There's even the audio VIP if you just want to get the exclusive audio feed, get all that shit early. Sign up for the Discord right now. I just shared, if you look in the chat, actually it's in the description to the Discord channel. Also, we got some sponsors. We got Reebok. If you look at the description, there's a link there to get, I think, up to 50% off their outlet. So just use that link. They'll give you some codes. Also, there's the My Tushy or Hello Tushy, I believe it is. Hello Tushy, new sponsor. You get 5% off orders. It's to clean your asshole. It's a bidet. You know that, Poseidon?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
okay. I don't think it is My Tushy because you know what My Tushy is?
What is it?
I think it's a porn website.
Okay, so it's Hello Tushy. Anyways, the link is in the description. Get yourself, what are you cleaning your ass like a goddamn peasant? Do you have someone to clean your ass for you? If not, use that stuff. They even have like a portable one that you could take with you if you're on the go to make sure that if you're going to a meeting, your ass is clean. That's their big selling point. So, link in the description. Support all the sponsors. And that's it. Besides anything I forgot to mention.
I think you mentioned pretty much everything.
Everything. The most important thing you guys gotta remember is patreon.com/Pantelis. The video of Poseidon at the riots is already up for patrons. It will be available to regular simple folks later this week. Thank you all for checking it out. Poseidon, what's your last words?
As usual, ciao ciao.
Go fuck yourself.